stream episode of Want to See My Rod. We are out here today at the beautiful Pishkun Reservoir, central Montana. Just at the foothills of the Rocky Mountain front. We have our, what feels like our first fish of the day on. I just got out here in the water. We've been out for about 10 minutes. Hope everybody is having an awesome 4th of July weekend. We might have lost him. No, we got a fish. It's an itty bitty. Is this a perch? What do we got here? No, we just got an itty bitty. Welcome everybody. Oh, hold on. Oh, all right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Want to See My Rod. We're out here for a marathon weekend, y'all. I will say hi in just a moment. Let's introduce our first fish of the day here. We have a quite small but very pretty Northern Pike. Caught on our Berkeley Dredger yellow perch. Let's get a quick picture of this guy for fish brain. Good morning, Lake Erie. Good morning, Mia. Good morning. Oh, turn just a little bit there, buddy. There we go. Whoa! All right, you guys, let's get this guy off of the pole here. How long you been fishing for? Lee, we just put in, I just pulled off the shore about 10 minutes ago. All right, we're not even gonna measure this one. We're just gonna let him go. This one is quite small, probably 16 to 18 inches. But there we go, first fish of the day. Nice way to start the day. That's what I'm talking about, Warren. Good morning, everybody. Jighead Jones, good luck today. Probably heading out myself, so won't be able to watch. Tight lines, some good ones. Heck yeah, Jighead. Good luck, Jighead. Good morning, Hammy. First fish, 10 minutes, off to a good start. Heck yeah. That's our good friend here, the Berkeley Dredger. It's a shad style crankbait, medium diving. It's a 14.5-foot diver. As you can see, it's quite worn. Lots of toothy marks in it. This lure has put a lot of fish in my boat. But we are going about 2.2 miles an hour to start the day out. We are using our Lowrance Recon for depth trolling, contour following. We are following approximately 20-foot bottom right now. We were out about 75 foot on that one, 2.5 colors. This is Suffix Advanced 832 lead core line. So I'm just trying to feed this back out to approximate depth. But we are out here today for another marathon, and we will be out here camping tonight. I camped last night to get a good head start on the day here. We will be out here camping tonight. We will be streaming again all day tomorrow. How big is your rod? Bob Knob, the rod you're looking at is an Okuma Classic Pro GLT. The planer board series. It's a one-piece telescoping rod. It telescopes out to 8'6" and collapses down to 7'6". It's paired with the Okuma Cold Water A series 30 size. It's a 30 DLA. Yes, it is a left-hand reel. We won't get into that. Excellent rod. They are not a super high-end rod. The combo there, the rod's about 60 bucks, the reel's about 225 bucks, so. Excuse me, 145 bucks. So it's a little over $200 for the pair. C2, welcome to the stream. We are in central Montana. This is Pishkun Reservoir. And we do actually have 2 rods out here in central Montana on lakes, reservoirs, and ponds. You are allowed 2 rods with 2 hooks per rod per person. So the other rod we are running, one of our mods and viewers, so_cal.outdoors, was kind enough to send in some lures for us to test out. He does a lot of saltwater fishing in Southern California, and has these squid lures. The last time we were here, we were playing with it and did end up catching 2 pike off of it. So we have, that's on the off camera. On camera is our Berkeley Dredger. Is it cold there? If somebody types .w, Rodbot and Nightbot should spit out the current weather temperature. I think it's somewhere around 50 degrees right now. It's a little chilly. It's supposed to get up to 75 or almost 80 degrees today though. I'm in Washington near the Columbia River, not quite light out. We've had daylight here. Sunrise I think was about 5:30, so a little over half an hour ago. First light was almost an hour ago, 50 minutes or so. Les Nichols, welcome to the stream. How you doing today, Les? How you doing, Redacted? Shodo, Montana, temperature 53.4, feels like 47.7. There is a bit of a breeze. 11.7, no rain. Last time we were here, we got real soggy. Y'all, it took almost all week to dry my shit out. I had to wash almost all my stuff because it just wasn't drying. It got all musty, smelling. It was gross. Crazy hot there. Yeah, it seems like Midwest to East Coast is going through quite the heat wave right now. Montana's still trying to decide if it's, even though it's almost summer. Starting the day out with a little sugar-infused hydration here, Gatorade. Melting in the east. Well, it's comfortable. It's a little chilly right now. It's pretty comfortable though. It's not bad at all. We've been in the upper 80s to low 90s this week. Too hot to go. Yeah, I still do it. Into the 80s and 90s, but much higher than that. Low 90s is kind of ceiling for me. Mark Perryman, hello, it's Mark from London, England. What's up, Mark Perryman? Welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's having an awesome 4th of July weekend. Don't forget to double tap that screen if you're enjoying the stream so far. Or, you know, you can always take it back if you don't like this stream. But double tapping that screen gives a thumbs up. It helps YouTube know that people are enjoying the stream, and then they send some more people in here to hang out. But we're going to be out here for another marathon stream today, sun up to sundown. We'll be camping tonight, and then we will be back on the water again tomorrow for another marathon stream. So we're doing a double header here, y'all. Hope you guys are ready to catch some toothy critters. Hey Rod, how's things? Hey Corpa 12, doing absolutely awesome. We're in one of my favorite spots in the world. This is Pishkun Reservoir. We're out here fishing for some northern pike. There are also in this water body, and sometime this weekend we're gonna give her a real college try to see if we can put a kokanee in the boat. There are some really nice kokanee salmon in here. There are also rainbow trout and yellow perch and a handful of other things. Arctic grayling, white sucker, common carp, various different things. But thank you all for joining me today, celebrating our 250th year of independence. Wow, pre-celebration. We do have one fish in the boat already. We caught our first fish within 10 minutes of being on the water. So that's always an awesome start to the day. I'm in Canada and overnight low was 26C, high was 36C, so you're quite cool. Dang, Bob. Where in Canada are you? You must be somewhere over on the East Coast. I don't know what's with the weather. East Coast has just been toasty. We've been fairly chilly here in Montana. We do get a bit of heat, but it doesn't last for long. Though we are moving into our hotter months of the year. July and August tend to be rather toasty. Keith, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Keith? Don says, ass crack of Don, are you gonna catch some minnows and slay some perch? We make it, perch I usually don't target here unless I have other people in the boat and they get bored of trolling. We do catch as bycatch. Not frequently, but from time to time, the perch while we're trolling for pike. You would be surprised at how big of a lure an itty bitty little perch will bite at. I've literally had them bite at lures that are bigger than they are. Like, they're just feisty. So we might boat a perch or two over today and tomorrow. Sebastian, oh, excuse me, sea bass fishing. Hi from Florida. You could steam clams outside at noon. Gah. No, thank you. I'll take the cold. In the cold, you can at least bundle up and be somewhat comfortable. When it's hot, you can only take so much off before somebody calls the law. So I'm in southwestern Canada, about 70 kilometers from the USA border with okay, so you're way over on the East Coast. Nice. Keith said, hi, any luck so far? Darren, yeah, stream's been live for about 12 minutes. I started the stream right as we were catching our first fish. We've been in the water for about 25 minutes right now. So one fish boated. It was about I didn't measure it, quite small, probably a 16 to 18 inch Northern Pike. We're out here today looking for something a little bit bigger than that. Had it both times, my friend. All right. I read so fast sometimes I don't get the names right. Stinger from above, PB Pike, roughly 22 pounds, 42 inches. She was a slob. One already. Yeah, we caught one right as I was starting to stream, Jaged. Good morning. So where are you out to fish today? Allegheny River again, or you doing something a little bit different? And have you got into the pike yet? I've missed your past few streams. Paul Gatton said hi. What's up, Paul? Welcome, welcome. Good luck today, Rod. Thanks, Smallmouth Joe. Welcome, everybody joining. We are out today for another marathon live streaming session on Wanna See My Rod. We're out at Pishkun Reservoir. This is one of my favorite places to fish. I've never really landed a true monster at this water body. I've had a few on my line. I think the biggest pike that I've pulled out of here is about 15 pounds and multiple over 10. We are still trying to break a 20 pound here, and I know they're in here. I've had them on my line. I've seen them on the catch camera. At some point in time today, we will probably also bust out the water wolves. We'll do some underwater lure camera videos. But we're out here for a marathon stream today. We are camping here tonight. We will be out for a doubleheader again, another marathon stream tomorrow. Today we are targeting, our primary target is Northern Pike. There is also quite nice Kokanee salmon, rainbow trout, and yellow perch in this water body as well. Either later today or tomorrow, we will probably switch and whoa, fish on, fish on! There we go, you guys. Welcome, welcome. We got another, it feels like another pike on the line here. Nothing too big, but good sized. Let's just go slow and steady here, get her in the boat so we can give you guys a look-see. I live right on Lake Ontario. Oh, nice, Bob, you're on Lake, whoa. We're gonna bump our troll speed down just a touch here to aid in bringing this guy in. Feels like a decent fish. Average size pike that comes out of here is usually about 2 to 3 pounds, anywhere from 18 to 22 inches. But again, they do get quite a bit bigger than that in here. There's so many of them in here, I think it kind of stunts their growth a little bit. We're about 40 foot out still. This is on our Berkeley Dredger in yellow perch. This is one of my favorite lures to use here. Ooh, come on, come on. All right. It's like we have a very poor hook set in this guy. One hook in his mouth. Hopefully we can get him in the boat. Let's try and net this guy. Ow! Well, we had him right next to the boat. There was just one hook in his mouth. We are not going to count that one, but we are having an excellent morning so far. That's a shame. That is the second one on the same lure here. On the other side of the boat, we are running a gifted lure from one of our viewers. SoCal Outdoors sent over one of his saltwater squid lures that we've been playing with. Oh Lord, treble hooks. There we go. All right, we're gonna bump our speed back up. Eat what you catch. Bob, Northern Pike are one of my favorite species to eat. And if we catch one later today, we will probably keep it into a catch and cook tonight, being as we are camping out here today. Jonathan, welcome to the stream. Waking up to head shakes. Heck yeah, Born. And you call yourself a fisherman sideways, Sam. Sometimes they just don't like to come in the boat. That's all right, so close. It was, I mean, within netting distance. I honestly probably should have just boated it. Woke is joke. Thanks for subscribing and supporting the channel. Welcome, welcome. Smash that like and subscribe. Thanks for joining us out here today. Happy 4th of July weekend, y'all. Hope you guys get out there and catch some fish. Have some fun, get some sun, or if y'all are melting over there on the East Coast, stay inside next to your AC and you can hang out with us all day. Well, thanks for joining us out here. It's always a pleasure to bring you guys along to these remote Montana locations. We'll give you guys a pan around here in a little bit. We're just spooling some line out here. We have one in the boat so far, and we just lost our second. We've been live for 18 minutes. 2 fish in 18 minutes, not bad. We're doing about 2.2, 2.4 miles an hour. We're running with our Lowrance Recon trolling motor. We don't have the outboard running right now. The trolling motor is following about 20-foot depth. 20-foot bottom. And it does vary our speed quite a bit. We'll bump anywhere from 1.7 to 2.5. But both of those catches have been at about 20-foot bottom and doing about 2.2-ish miles an hour. But we will run through a myriad of different lures and presentations today. We'll do some shallow trolling. We'll do some deep trolling. I'm having a blast. I'm excited. I came out here. I camped last night. Put the boat in the water. Moved it over to the campsite. Got camp set up. Didn't do any fishing last night, unfortunately, other than from the bank. I did have one line in the water for a couple hours. No bites from the shore. But I am absolutely thrilled to be out here today. I was gonna try and take you guys somewhere a little more exotic today, but the weather was just real sketchy in most of the places that I was checking. Slot Demon, welcome to the stream. You'll get many more, I'm sure. Fishing Extreme, good morning, welcome to the stream. Looks like a beautiful morning, good luck today. Thanks, Woka's Joke, it is absolutely gorgeous out here. We have one in the boat and two on the line so far. We're having an awesome day. I find Park or bony. I prefer walleye though. They taste better. Bob, so pike, it's super easy to fillet them completely boneless. You just have to understand the structure of the ribs. They have what's called a Y bone. So after you take your fillet off, after you take the skin off of the fillet, there's a bone that runs down, it's more towards the upper end, towards the back, but it's shaped like a Y. And you just follow along the top edge, you cut off and you get like a back strap, and then you follow right along the other side of that bone and it curves down up towards the back, and then you get your fillet. So for each side, you basically get two pieces, a back strap and a fillet. But it takes a little bit of practice, but once you understand the structure and you've done it a few times, and there's videos all over YouTube on how to do it, they're quite easy to fillet, and you can get them completely boneless. Walleye is really good too, though. John Matheson, nice Friday fishing action. Heck yeah, John. Welcome to the stream. Sideways Sam with a treble hook. Sometimes, man. Sometimes, Sam. Go Bills and Sabres. John Matheson, welcome. I'm in Buffalo too. Kenmore, Sloan. What's up? Are you streaming from Montana? Sideways Sam. Yeah, central Montana. What you see in the background here is actually the Rocky Mountain front, the Continental Divide. So we're just in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. At work, working hard. As you see, it looks like it, Slot Demon. Jonathan William, welcome to the stream. No walleye in there. Bob, there could be. Upstream water bodies do have walleye. So it is not unheard of to catch a walleye in here, but there are, from what I understand, no breeding populations of them in here, and it's an incredibly rare catch. Same with the Arctic grayling. Hello, buddy. Hope you're good. Katie, kayak dangler. We are doing absolutely awesome. I hope you're doing awesome as well. Jonathan, appreciate you subscribing and supporting the channel. Welcome to Want to See My Rod. Morning, KC. Beautiful morning. Dave, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous morning out here. Weather is supposed to get a little bit windy today. No rain though. So we could deal with the wind, just no more rain. I just saw your post about primitive camping. You mean tent, no trailer? Tent, no trailer, and I was planning on, so they have designated camping spots here that have a fire pit and a picnic table. They do also then allow primitive camping, which is just you can park almost anywhere around the edge of the water body and just camp. That was the plan, was to do primitive camping, because I anticipated every camp spot was going to be taken. Lo and behold, though, I got a really good spot right up by the boat ramp that has access. I can pull my boat right up to where my camp is. 12 bucks a night, so we grabbed it. Where are you streaming from? This is Pishkun Reservoir. It's an irrigation reservoir up here in the Rocky Mountain front. It's home to many, many, many northern pike. Also kokanee salmon, rainbow trout, yellow perch, Arctic grayling, and a handful of other things. I thought about it. The wind and heat have been staying in. I would like to get out sometime this weekend, depends on weather. Yeah, if it's too hot out there, don't be miserable. Wait for a good day. Les Nicholson said, KD, I'm from Helena, Montana. Nice, Sam. I fish around Helena quite often. I fish Holter and Hauser. We've done, I think, 5 or 6 streams from Holter so far this year. 1 from Hauser. Do you clean your catch live so your viewers, subscribers can learn from you? Bob, I've never done a catch and cook before, but I am, we will probably do a catch and cook today, and I can demonstrate. I'm not super great at it, but I can show you that even somebody that's not super great at it can fillet a pike with no bones. So yeah, if you hang out, it'll be later this evening though. We're gonna be live from sunup to sundown. But hang out, we'll do a catch and cook later. Same here, it's been hot around, fishing is slow. Ah, that's a shame. King Kai 145, let's go. Good morning, King Kai. You missed our first 2 fish, but hang out there, buddy, we'll catch you some more. How you doing today, Kai? How's training going? For those of you guys who are not familiar with King Kai, he's another local Montana boy. He is a 6-time bare knuckle featherweight fighting champion. He's got a fight coming up, I believe, in August at Fenwick Park. Check him out. He will be defending his title for the 6th time. Moving on to be a 7-time world champion. Good to see you, Kai. Fishing Extreme, any bowfin in there? Fishing, no, we don't have bowfin in Montana. Brew Daddy, pike time, that's right, Brew Daddy. We have 1 in the boat and we lost the 2nd one just next to the boat. We've been live for 25 minutes. 2 fish in 20 minutes, not too bad. Last time I went, Campus PD told me I was parking on a private road, even though it's not private. Fishing spot near college, about half a mile away. When are you fishing? When will you start fishing? Harry, we are fishing. We're trolling right now. So some people may not be familiar with trolling. We are in a boat. The boat is moving. Our lures are outside of the boat. We just basically drag them behind. We're running right now a small perch colored crankbait. It's a medium diver. It dives to about 15 foot deep. On the other side, we're a little bit more exotic. We're running a neon green and really flashy saltwater squid lure. But we are fishing. We're moving about 2.2 miles an hour. We're fishing over about 20-foot bottom right now. Stranger Thing Lover sent the star. Thank you, Stranger Thing. I appreciate the support. I will like and subscribe. I appreciate that, Bob. Yeah, hang out. We'll be out here today all day fishing. We will probably do a catch and cook tonight. And then we'll be back out on the water for another marathon stream tomorrow to celebrate the 4th. Thank you all for coming and hanging out and spending your 4th of July weekend with Wanna See My Rod and crew, the Rod Squad. Did you fish Gates of the Mountain? Sideways Sam, yeah, we did. In fact, with King Kai, we're celebrating his birthday, I believe 26th birthday, if I recall correctly. We fished Gates of the Mountain. We camped and fished. Caught a few walleye, a few trout. Really pretty. It was my first time fishing Gates. I enjoyed it. Good morning, Rod. What's up, Bill Thompson? Welcome, welcome. How you doing today, Bill? Kayak Dangler sent 1 gifted Rod Squad membership. Let's go. Thank you, Kayak Dangler. Appreciate your support. Paul Gatton, congratulations on your 1 month free in the Rod Squad. You are part of the Cool Kid Club for 1 month. Brew Daddy, how you doing? Kayak Dangler with another gifted membership to Wanna See My Rod. And he got it himself. Let's go. That is awesome. Kayak Dangler, you just gifted yourself a membership. I have never seen that happen before. Congratulations. I don't know how to say your name. I don't know if that's Japanese or Korean. But you said, I want to go fishing. Well, hang out. You can fish all day with us here. What's up, Trip? Good morning, Trip. Talk to me, Big Rod. How you doing, Trip? Happy 4th. We got 1 fish in the boat. We just lost our 2nd one. We had it right next to the boat. It was only hooked with 1 treble. I tried to scoop it with the net and she pissed off. So we only got 1 on the catch count so far. Sideways Sam, where's your favorite place to fish around Helena? Kayak Dangler with another gifted membership. Thank you, Kayak. I appreciate your continued support. Who got it this time? Loving Dean, the God Machine 333. Congratulations, you have 1 free month in the Rod Squad. Had to do another, can't have that. I think it's cool, Kayak. I've never seen that. That's awesome. You know why they call it Gates of the Mountain? The sleeping giant, I'm assuming. I don't know. It's a good question, Sam. I really don't know. Morning, buddy. Good luck today. Thanks, Nick Fetzner. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate that. We're having a pretty good luck so far. We've been in the water for about 30 minutes, and we've landed one fish, lost one fish. So we're doing pretty good this morning. They were both quite small. We are looking for something a little bit bigger today. What we're really searching for is the Pishkun lunker. We had some pretty big fish on our line here, but never managed to get them in the boat. Biggest one I've landed was about 15 pounds out of here. If you look at the mountain, it's okay. Yeah, Sam, that's what I said. The sleeping giant. I assume that's what it was from, but I wasn't for sure. How big was the one you caught? The one that we landed was quite small, 16 to 18 inches. The one that we just lost was probably closer to 22 or so. Still small, but both eater size. Slot Demon, welcome to the Rod Squad. Let's go. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Any and all super chats, Rod Squad memberships, stickers, jewels, stuff like that. It all goes to help pay for the Starlink Mini. We are out here in the boonies, y'all, middle of nowhere. So how we get our internet signal out here is the Starlink Mini. We power that with our DeWalt 8 amp hour batteries. I have a hot swappable system here, so I can run continuously on it. Each of these batteries gives me about 5 to 6 hours of stream time. But any and all donations to the channel help pay for the monthly cost for that, which allows me to stream for you guys. We're not out here trying to make money, but any and all donations, little, big, you know, they all just go to help pay for this thing. It's about 175 bucks a month to stream, so I appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming and hanging out and fishing with us. Get comfy. We're gonna be out here all day long, pulling toothy critter after toothy critter out of the water, hopefully. Let me catch up on chat here. I'm so far behind, I think. I like to go to the causeway. Okay, Sam, we stream from the causeway. We haven't streamed from the causeway yet this year. We did stream from there, I think, 2 or 3 times last year. I think one day I caught 17 walleye. Another, I think I caught like 21, and then the third time I think I caught like 2. I like to go to York Bridge. I've never fished York Bridge. I've been looking at putting in there though. How's the fishing there? Do you ever catch pike around there? Or is it mostly walleye and trout? Wish I had to wear long sleeves and a hood. Right now it's so hot here. IH Farmer, it's a little over 50 degrees Fahrenheit here right now, but with the wind it feels like mid-40s. Dave Hensel, I promise one day that will do something for you. I keep forgetting, but good morning, Dave. Are you at the Santee Cooper? Slimlet, no, we are in central Montana. This is Pishkun Reservoir. We're fishing for Northern Pike. Rod, good morning. What's up, Jamie Davis? Welcome to the stream. Good morning. ABHB, thanks for subscribing and supporting the channel. Welcome to the stream, ABHB. I feel a fish coming on, y'all. What do you think? I'm trying to catch up on chat here. Your voice is out of sync. Let me fix that. Thank you for letting me know, Bill. We are caught up. All right, we are back. We should no longer be Kung Fu dub mode. We should be back. My mouth should match my words. Let's, you know what we forgot to do, y'all? We gotta blow the fish whistle. We ain't gonna catch no fish if we don't blow the fish whistle. So y'all, let our powers unite. Let's call in the Pishkin monster here. Fish whistles away. Happy 4th of July. Oh, buddy. That'll do it. Slot Demon with the $4.99 super chat. Let's go. Thank you, buddy. I prefer live bait. What is your preferred bait? So unfortunately in central Montana, we do not get to fish with live bait in most of our water bodies. I think there's like 2 or 3 water bodies in central Montana that do allow live bait. Everything else is artificial only. Other than they do allow night crawlers, live leeches, and in some water bodies we can also use live crayfish, crawdads. But because I live in central Montana and I grew up and most of what I've done in fishing Montana has been all artificial for the most part. My preference is artificial. I would love to learn to fish live baits better. I've not really ever had much experience with it, other than a few random times I've bank fished with live bait. But thank you, Slot, for the question. That's a good question. And I appreciate your support. Every little bit helps pay for the Starlink Mini, so thank you guys. Slot Demon, appreciate the support. Jason with the sunshine, thank you, Jason. Mostly walleye and trout, okay. Do you fish from a boat or do you fish from the bank? And what is your primary means? Do you troll down there, bottom bouncers? Do you like to spot lock and jig? I'm always curious about how people fish local water bodies. Miners are good for pike. Slimlet, the gold miner, what is it? Is it the Berkeley gold miner or the Rapala? I have a couple of gold miners. I've been, these past couple of years, I've been doing really good on the Berkeley dredgers, anywhere from the 14.5-foot diver all the way to the 25.5-foot diver. Two colors in particular at this water body tend to do real well. Yellow perch and stunna shad, which is like a pearlescent white with I think that one's got a black eye. The other lure that's been doing really well for me in the past, usually midsummer to fall it does better, the Reef Runner 800 in rainbow trout. I did actually pick up a couple of these that we're gonna try today or tomorrow. A Berkeley hit stick in rainbow trout pattern. It's a shallow diver, but rainbow trout and perch patterns tend to do really, really well in this water body because that's what most of the pike eat. KD Kayak Dangler says, smash that like button, people. It really helps the channel. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Kayak Dangler. This one's for you, buddy. You just called in a fish with your prompt for for smashing that like button. And if you have not done so already, please smash that like button. If you decide you don't like me, you don't like the fish, you don't like the weather, you can always take it back later. But for now, let's get this fish in the boat. This is bite number 3 of the day, all within the first hour here. We're doing pretty good. Again, this is on our Berkeley dredger. You notice that I'm not yanking up and reeling, yanking up and reeling. Don't do that when you're trolling. You will lose so many fish. Especially with pike. If you can get them coming in and turned around, oftentimes they'll just go limp sock mode, I call it, and they do kind of a barrel roll. Once they get to the top of the water, you don't want to let them thrash. Keep their head up out of the water and reel. Normally, oh, this is where you lose them. Landed. Pike number 2 of the day in the boat. Looks like just another little guy, probably 18 to 22 inches, right around the average size of what we pull out of here. Give me just a moment, you guys. I'm gonna get the hooks out of it and we will get you guys a look-see-poo. We will show her on camera and you guys can make your guesses as to how big you think it is. We're not gonna put them on a scale, but we will throw it on the bump board real quick to get a rough idea of how big it is. Let me just get these hooks out. All right, there we go. All right, this one's a little on the small side here. Very pretty though. You can see for how small it is, it's already starting to get the jelly beans. So this is almost an adult, and it's probably, my guess is gonna be 19 inches. Go ahead, make your guesses. We're gonna get her on the bump board and we will see. I was wrong. All right, let's get this guy. Oh, I forgot to post the last one on Fish Brain. All right, one quick picture for Fish Brain. All right, we're gonna get her back in the water. Place your guesses. Very pretty little fish. I don't stop the boat. We do still have lines in. So I jettison them into the water. Try to get them, no, or you just drop them. I was trying to demonstrate jettisoning them. Oftentimes, especially in the hotter months, they don't like to swim away sometimes. This time of the year, the water temperature is still pretty cool. So they're still pretty feisty. But let's go through here. KD Kayak Angler with another gifted membership. Let's go. Jamie Davis, congratulations. Fish on, let's go. Spinner Cast Masters, okay. Cast Masters and spinners. Fish from boat and bank. All right, let's get to the guesses. In the net. CJ Outdoors, welcome. Cotton MK said hi, welcome. Good morning, brother. Get them. I got salmon tournament on Michigan 11th. Can't wait. 32-pounder. Good God, Jacob. That's huge. I've never caught a fish that big from a boat. Les Nicholson, 22 inches. Les Nicholson, you are right on the money. 22.25. Let's see if anybody got any closer. That's crazy. First guess. Congrats, Les. 18 inch, says Nick. 21 from KD. 18 from Wilson, 20 from Zach, 18. Slot Demon, nice catch, Rod. Thank you, Lee. 20.25. Bill Thompson, Jighead Jones. Oh, sorry, it wasn't 22.25, it was 20.25. Bill Thompson, you're right. I guessed 19, it was a little bit bigger. 20.25. Bill Thompson has it. 2.5 pounds, somewhere around there, probably 2.5 pounds, Sam. Yo, you got a baby one? Yeah, they were pretty small. Back at work now? Oh, dang, work? I took today off from work. Sorry, let's get this back in the water and I'll read the rest of y'all's chat. We can't catch anything if we're not in the water. Again, that was over about 20-foot bottom. We're doing about 2.2 miles an hour right now. In fact, let me show you guys real quick. This is what we're catching with. Whoa, easy there, buddy. One of my favorite pike lures. It's a Berkeley Dredger. This is yellow perch. It dives to about 14.5 foot unaided. We're running it about 75 foot behind the boat. And our trolling motor is acting a little bit funky. I need to do a little bit better mapping in this section. Let's catch up here. KD Kayak Angler with another gifted membership. Congratulations, Mr. Muhammad. Thank you, Kayak Angler. The ferry. All right, we're gonna spool that out the last little bit. Hope you're having a good day. We're having an awesome day. We've landed 2. Lost 1. We're going to be out here fishing for pike all day long. I'm camping here tonight. We're going to be fishing for pike all day long tomorrow again. We're living the life over here. Les with the thumbs up. Good morning, Rob. What's up, Live Outdoors? How you doing, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Greetings from Indonesia. Welcome to the stream, Road Visual. We're in central Montana. For those of you guys just joining, this is Pishkun Reservoir. We're in central Montana. In the background here, you can see the Rocky Mountains. That is the Rocky Mountain front. just at the foothills of the Continental Divide. Absolutely beautiful area out here. Weather's going to be decent today, I believe, temperature-wise. No rain in the forecast. There is going to be some gusty wind later on today, though, so we get ready for a bumpy ride. I'll be back on after I load up. If I don't go now, it'll get too hot. Get out there, jighead, catch some fish before it gets too toasty. Tom with the, is that an eagle with the popsicle in its mouth? I've never seen that one. Can you fish a horse crab? I've never tried, but I've used shrimp. I've used crawdad, crayfish. I've never used crab though. Ideal for live bait. That size, I know you can do it, but England can. Yeah, if I could fish live bait, we would probably be pulling some bigger ones out of here. No way brain rot like streams have more views, keep it up. WQ Brothers, yeah, I'm missing a toilet seat, you know, scratching my nails on things. We're just not cringe enough to get thousands of viewers, I don't know. But thanks for joining. You guys are welcome to hang out. This is gonna be another marathon stream on Wanna See My Rod. We're fishing all day today, we're camping tonight, we're fishing all day tomorrow. So get prepared for a marathon. Orange Avatar with another name I don't know, E7J, said, sir, welcome to the stream, E7J. Is there a lot of carp out there? Sam, there are carp in here. I've never caught a carp out of here though. I've fished from the bank here very few times, and normally catching carp, you catch them bottom fishing. Though I have caught a carp one time trolling with a bottom bouncer and a worm harness rig. But no, they're in here. I've never caught them out of here though. Jason Spencer sent the eagle. Thank you. God, let me catch up here in chat. Jaws on a bobber. Hope you find an extinct fish, but found. E7J, I don't think there's any extinct fish in here, but there are some really big toothy pike in here. Well over 20 pounds lurking around in here. 4 feet long, 20 plus pounds, big fish. Tom Patterson, appreciate the gift, thank you. It's almost the 4th, that's right. Happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. Gonna need a bigger boat. One of these days, it's me, one of these days. Good morning, Vinicius Fidencio. Brazil in the area, what's up? We're in Montana here in the United States. Greetings from Reno, Nevada, Lake Tahoe. You're my favorite guy on the water. TLX, welcome. I appreciate you saying that. I'm glad you enjoy the streams. Thanks for coming and hanging out. It'll be another sun up to sundown stream here. Hopefully we'll catch a bunch of fish. Hopefully we'll catch some good fish. We are marking fish all over the place. The water temperature is 62.6 at the surface, so a little warmer than when we got here last week. Frank said hi. Welcome to the stream, Frank. Thomas Rosengarth, it's the weekend of the 4th. That's right, 250 years. RAR Productions, g'day mate. Welcome to the stream, RAR. How you doing over there on the other side of the world? In the future. I mostly carp fish now for money. Slim Levitt, I love carp fishing. Carp are pound for pound, carp have got to be one of the best fighting freshwater fish on the planet. I love fishing for carp. You fish for them for money, huh? You must be fishing for the invasive Asian carp. Always remember the weather can change within 5 minutes. Oh, 100%, Sam. Pishkin is a fairly small reservoir. It's 900 acres or so. So not super big. So if and when the weather does pick up here, we're usually not more than a mile or so away from the ramp. But yeah, especially up here on the Rocky Mountain front, weather change rapidly. Wish we've got pike down here. Oh, they're fun. They're one of my absolute favorite species of fish to target. A lot of people don't like them. A lot of people hate pike because they eat the fish that they like to target. I'm like, fish for the fish that are eating the fish you're targeting. I mean, why not? They're bigger, they're toothier, they're more aggressive. I mean, what's not to love about a 4-foot toothy slimy monster? They're absolutely incredible to catch, and they're really good to eat too. Asal Mansagasman. What's up, Gasman? Thumbs up to you as well. Max Nader said hi. Welcome to the stream, Max. Wes Axley, yo yo. Max Nader said hi. Jason Spencer watching from Ohio. Nice, Jason. You're baking over there in the sun too in Ohio, huh? Caught a 39.4 last night, won 1,200 off of that fish. Dang, almost 40. You're talking about carp, huh? Carp tournaments. Slim, where are you located? I want to come fish your carp tournaments. Animals Tech. Good morning, cheers to all. What's up, Animals Tech? Good to see you. Good morning, Jacob. Good luck. Thank you, Jacob. We've got 2 in the boat so far, and we missed the third one right next to the boat. What are we running? Wes, same exact thing we ended last stream with. We got our perch, yellow perch, Berkeley Dredger, 14.5-foot diver. That's caught us 2 and had the third bite. On the other line, I'm running still SoCal Squid over here. This redonkulous creature he sent me, hoping we can lure in a lake record. Carp lake tournaments. I don't know that we have any carp tournaments here in Montana. Concept, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Trying to catch up on chat here. I need to quit babbling. Fishing Kid said hi. Welcome, Fishing Kid. Sarah LaRue. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, brother. Rod, good to see you again. Hey, Robert, always a pleasure. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Thanks for coming and spending your 4th of July weekend with Wanna See My Rod and the squad out here. Marathon streaming, catching Northern Pike. Sometime this weekend, because we're gonna stream today and tomorrow from here, camping tonight. We will target some kokanee salmon and rainbow. I am determined that we are gonna catch one or other of those. But primarily we're gonna be targeting the pike. I wanna get a fat pike out of here. The view is beautiful, isn't it, Animals Tech? I love being up here in the Rocky Mountains, or in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, I should say. Anomanchlus was the first predators in Earth. It was formed before the first animal formed. E7J, I do not know what Anomanchlus is. I will have to Google that. The first predator. Huh. Hello again, Fishing Kid. I live in North Carolina. We got carp tournaments, and my buddy's been trying to get me to go. Wes, carp are fun. You ought to do it. What are the buy-ins for it? What do you think about Iranian Lego rep? I have no thoughts on it because I have quite literally never seen that Valhalla. Good morning. Good morning, Sarah. I'll be here all day with you. Heck yeah, Robert. Hang out. Get comfy. I feel like we might get into some good fish today. Good brother went on the bighorn the other day. Fishing was killer. Nice concept. What were you targeting out there? I've never fished the bighorn. Animal original name is called Anomanchlus canadensis. Okay. E7, I will have to look that up. I have no idea what that is. 11th, got a salmon tournament, can't wait. We caught a 32-pounder week after last year's was over, which would have took second. What kind of salmon, what kind of salmon are you fishing for that are that big? I've carp fished just for fun bunch because they're fun to catch, but I've never done it with money. I think the buy-in last time was like 80 bucks. 80 bucks? That's not bad. Can you go and pre-fish? Have you find a good spot where carp pass through? I'd go gamble 80 bucks, catch yourself a fat pike, especially if the payout's like 1,000 bucks, 1,200 bucks. 102 here today in Pennsylvania. That is so hot, Robert. I think it's supposed to be mid 70s here today. Mid 70s to low 80s. Big kings, okay. Yeah, I've never caught a king salmon. Wes, yeah, carp fishing has been getting big here in North Carolina. Almost nobody carp fishes around here. I like to fish at the pond or the river, and people are always coming by, you know, asking, what are you catching? What are you fishing for? Because like one example, Largent Bend, everybody's there bass fishing, casting, reeling, and I got 2 poles and I'm just chilling. And they're like, what are you fishing for? I'm like, carp and sucker. I'm like, God, why? You know, then they kind of go off about their business after I tell them, you know, because it's fun, they're a really good fight. And they go off, you know, they're fishing downstream, and I always love the reaction and them coming back over after they see my pole, my rod bend down and damn near touch the ground. Bail just scream, and they're like, holy shit, what did you catch? Carp. Most people don't understand how good a carp fight. But I guarantee you I've created at least a few carp fishermen around here, just fishing around them and them seeing how redonkulous carp bites are. I don't believe they just let you pre-fish it, but I went down there, just catch a brim out of the pond, do a little bit of recon. Well, that's what I mean, recon, pre-fishing, just checking it out, learning the water body. I've never fished Pishkin, even though I live in Great Falls. How does the fishing consistency there compared to Holter? Brock, so the pike, Pishkin, people come here to fish for pike. There are also kokanee salmon and rainbow trout in here. I've never had great success catching them here. The pike though, if you know where to fish, how to fish, you can come out of here with 100 fish days. And I've never been able to do that at Holter. Holter's fun though. Holter's different though. Holter is a rainbow trout fishery primarily. You can catch kokanee salmon, you can catch walleye, you can catch pike, you can catch perch, but the rainbow trout is what bites 90% of the time there, unless again you know specifically how and where to target those other species. Pishkin is pike first and everything else later. It's a fun water body to fish, it really is. We had 2 streams last year, towards the end of last year, that we caught over 30 fish on stream, lost twice as many, so again, 200 plus fish days if we could have landed them all. We streamed here last week. It was a little bit slower. We landed 8, lost about 8. So far this morning, we've caught 2 and lost 1. Really fun water body to fish, Brock. If you've never fished it and you're this close, come out here, give her a try. It's fun. Animal was apex predator in Cambrian period, roughly 505 million to 520 million. Okay, Cambrian. So yeah, that is a long time ago. Interesting, E7. Favorite fish and what dish to make with it? Animals Tech, Northern Pike. And my favorite way to prepare it is very simple. Just in a aluminum foil canoe, a butter bottom, salt, excuse me, no salt, pepper, cracked pepper, garlic salt, a tiny bit of Alpine Touch, which is a local Montana spice, and a little spritz of lemon or lime. A little bit more butter on top, close your canoe up, and I cook it on my Blackstone grill. Super simple, very, very plain. It's such a good fish, you don't need a whole lot of flavor, so just very easy on the seasoning. Really good like that, but then oftentimes we will also cook fettuccine Alfredo and take the fish and chunk it up into the Alfredo, so you have a fish Alfredo. Absolutely delicious. Salvi, appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the channel. What are you fishing for? Samuel, well, we're after Northern Pike today. There are also kokanee salmon, rainbow trout, yellow perch, Arctic grayling, a bunch of different things in here. River cats are a good fight. Catfish also, heck yeah. Catfish and sturgeon are really fun fighters. Tommy Lynch said hi. Lingle, welcome Tommy. Flapped its body at the water. Okay. My girlfriend have never been catfishing before. Took right before a dam. As soon as it's done, started going down. It was on. 20-pound fish. Nice, Wes. That is a fat cat. What's your PB pike? Roughly 22 pounds, 42 inches. Big old girl. Catfish yesterday. Nice, Tommy. What kind of catfish? Look out. Slim, we are running with the Lowrance Recon. It's autopilot. I got an Uber driver up here. We've made a pretty decent map of this water body so far, so I just have it set to go between, I think I have 19 and 21 foot bottom, and we're kind of S-ing through there at about 2.2, 2.3 miles an hour. We haven't had a bite in a minute though. We ought to turn back around. In fact, I should. Ah, screw it. We'll do one lap around the lake. No, we won't. No, we won't. We're gonna flip around. We're gonna bump our motor on here real quick. I'm still behind in chat, y'all. I'm trying to catch up. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Awesome. We are almost at 100 likes. Thanks for coming and hanging out and fishing today. This is Pishkun Reservoir in central Montana. We're after pike. Pike, and more pike. Fishing in Great Falls is bad. Sam, I wouldn't say it's bad. It's tricky. It's not easy. My biggest walleye and my biggest pike both came out of Broadwater Bay on the Missouri River, right down in Great Falls. I get skunked more times than not when I fish there, but the biggest fish I've ever caught came out of right down there. Is a good place to fish for carp. Good morning. What's up, Fun Makes Times? Good morning, good morning. Hi from Russia. I'm trying to catch up on chat, so I'm gonna bang through these. My PB pike is 15 pounds. That's a good sized pike. That's the biggest that I've ever pulled out of this water body is 15. We've pulled probably 8 to 10 fish that are over 10 pounds out of here in the last few years. I've got some stuff to do for about the next hour, so Maud's gonna have to add the catches. All right, Lee. Thanks for stopping through. We'll be here. Go do your chores. Come back when you're ready. I appreciate your help, Lee. I'll have to try your pike that way once. I like to deep fry and batter with shrimp sauce. That sounds good. Samuel Kephart, welcome to the stream. Bill, welcome to the stream. Syra, caught anything yet? 2 northern pike, and we've lost 1 northern pike. Fizzy, it looks cold there. It's about 50 degrees. It's a little chilly. Caught a hella nice pike 3 nights ago and pulled a Chinook 2 nights ago. Heck yeah, John. Salmon and pike, 2 of my favorite species. Shared out the live bud. Thanks, Kayak Dangler. We got 106 people in here, 94 thumbs up. Let's go. We're having an awesome stream so far. We've caught 2 northern pike, lost 1. We're going to be out here sun up to sundown, and we will probably do a catch and cook tonight. Being as we are camping here. We're going to be on stream again tomorrow for another marathon stream. Today, primary target is pike. Tomorrow, we're probably going to try and focus a little more on the salmon and the rainbow, but we'll probably still do some pike fishing as well. Always a possibility of yellow perch, Arctic grayling, white sucker, common carp. There's a myriad of different things that are in here as well. Mike is a little out of sync. Fun mix, yes, it's been another 30 minutes. Let me fix that. Trolling spoons for both. What kind of spoons, John? Catch and cook. Finally concept, yes, we will probably be doing. I don't have a whole lot of ingredients, and we'll try though. Probably fish together at Pops. That's cool, you guys are right near each other, huh? Rocco Skunk, hey again, what's up, Rocco? Morning, best of luck and be safe. 88 North Outdoors, let's go. Let me know how you do at Willow Creek. You stay safe out there as well. Willow Creek gets scary if the wind blows from the north. Watch out for a northerly wind there. What you got tied on? Syra, Berkeley Dredger. It's a medium diving crankbait in yellow perch color. Dives to about 14.5, 15 foot. We're over about 20-foot bottom. I just turned back around. We're headed back towards where we were catching the fish. I'm just re-engaging our autopilot here. Uber driver is on shift. I'm gonna turn back off our outboard. We're all turned around. We are back on our depth routing here. And for those of you guys, so just recently this year, we added some new components to the boat here. So I'll give you guys, some of you guys may not have. Let me fix my mic first, hold on. All right, so the mic is, oh, come on. All right, sorry about that, guys. Connection's tweaking. All right, so when I say my Uber driver, what I'm talking about here is we have the new Lowrance Recon trolling motor, the electric trolling motor, networked with our new Lowrance HDS 10 Pro. And basically what we can do here is we can set our minimum and maximum depths here, which I have set, it's roughly 17 foot, or excuse me, 19 foot bottom and 22 foot top. And it sets these bands, that's our green bars there. And then it creates waypoints in between. And the trolling motor just carries us along. We set our speed, so right now we're at 2.1 miles an hour. We're gonna bump that up to 2.2, 2.3 miles an hour. And we just let her go. I don't touch the steering wheel. Our trolling motor or outboard is turned off. So we're getting fancy here, but we got two poles out right now. This one is running lead core. We're out 2.5 colors with our Berkeley Dredger. This line over here is running our saltwater squid. And in fact, we haven't got bit at all. Nothing's touched this one yet. So I'm gonna pull that one in. And no, we're gonna put a snap weight on there. We're gonna get it down a little bit deeper. That's what we're gonna do. Jagged fishing. Have you caught anything yet? Yeah, 2 Northern Pike, and we lost one right next to the boat, so 3 so far. Good coat of Rocco. Picked up heading sensor for my trolling motor and ordered one for my sonar unit. Nice, Redacted. Yeah, okay, so also that's another thing that I changed so I changed the GPS for the trolling motor to use the trolling motor's GPS or the mapping unit. The head unit that's controlling the autopilot uses the GPS now from the Recon instead of from the 3-in-1 transducer, which is how I said it before. And I think that was creating some of the wonkiness that we were having last time when it was wrapping back and forth. So it's still a fairly new toy, but we're learning. That's fancy, trash can man. Yeah, it's a big step up. We've been trolling for years with just the main outboard, an old 2-stroke. So yeah, it's fancy compared to what we've been doing. How deep does a squid run? 8 to 12 foot, I believe, is the dive depth SoCal said on that. I haven't run it into ground yet to confirm, but that's what he said the package said. Chase Helzer said hi, welcome. Car Legend, welcome. Oh, dang, trying to catch up. Catch me floating down, Catawaba, striper. Nice, I've never caught a striper. Good choice of bait. Rocco, they work. Your fish pole. When there's a bite, you guys, you won't miss it. You'll hear it and the pole it'll either bend over and stay. If it does that, you'll see me get real excited because that's a big fish. Or it'll start really bouncing. Usually those are the smaller fish. And you'll also hear, the drag zip out. These are These crankbaits have a fair amount of drag to them, so they have a pretty good wobble on them. And we're doing 2.2, 2.3 miles an hour. So there's always going to be kind of a rhythmic bounce to it. And because our trolling motor is kind of turning us back and forth a little bit, it also creates, you know, some bending on the rod. Tough day in Havasu. 1 nice striper, 2 1-pound bluegills. Dang, that's a fat bluegill. Came home, got 2 nice cats, 1 bass yesterday. Going to Dana Point today, that's what they call it. Gary, that's not bad. I would call those some decent fishing days. We have a Dana Point right by where I live too, on the Missouri River. Yasin, welcome to the stream. Downside of the Humminbird setup is with Minn Kota, the sensors are separate. Flaw. Yeah, see, these are all, that's why I went with the Lowrance graph and the Lowrance, the more expensive Lowrance Recon unit, is because they integrate seamlessly. I mean, I have the dongle that you see everybody using. I can steer with that. It came with a wireless foot pedal. I could steer with that, but I would much rather, I want the Uber driver. I want to go boop and then be able to wander around the boat. I could go take a nap and hopefully still be all right. What up, Rod? Chill there, it's already almost 90 here. Dang, Josh Reeling. I think it's only supposed to get to 75 or 80 here. Heart406, welcome to the stream. Have you ever fished in Missoula, Montana? Sam, not in Missoula. We did stream recently from Salmon Lake, Flathead Lake. Where else did we stream from? Swan Lake. Fish on, fish on! Let's go! This one feels decent. All right, gonna mark our on the map. I'm gonna slow us down just a little bit. Fish on, guys! We were doing about 2.4 miles an hour that one hit at, and we are over 25-foot bottom here. This is our Berkeley Dredger again, yellow perch. And again, you just slow and steady. You can see it just surfacing out there. Oh, stay on there. Once it gets above the surface, you want to keep your pole high and reel in a little bit more aggressively to keep it from fighting. You see it's just kind of spinning there. Once it gets slack, it'll start jerking around, and that's when you lose it. Oh, landed. And this one we almost just lost. I think it's got one hook in its mouth. There is pike number 3 in the boat for the day. Let's go. Again on the Berkeley Dredger. Sorry, I just skipped live in the chat. We're gonna be a little busy here, so I don't wanna miss anything that's happening. I guess he's got, dang, we almost had another pike lip there. This guy's hooked better than I thought. Oh. Dang. A little bit bigger than the last one. There we go, guys. Very pretty fish. Gorgeous. Take your guesses. We will put her on the bump board. This one is definitely bigger than the last one. Still an adolescent, moving into adulthood. You can see there's still kind of the stripe patterns. It hasn't broken up into clean jelly beans yet. A lot of people will confuse this for a muskie or a tiger muskie. It is actually just an adolescent Northern Pike. Let's get her on the bump board. Place your guesses now. Not too shabby. All right, y'all, let's get one more picture for fish brain. Oh. All right, one last look-see for the camera here. Absolutely beautiful fish, very good shape, not all beat up, but we are gonna jettison this down into the water. We do still have a rod out, so we can't stop, so give it a good jet into the water. Try and get it nose first, splash her down. Woo! And she just zips off. That one actually came back out of the water. Awesome fish. Fourth fish of the day. Let's see here. Watching your stream for a while, and I always seem to miss you catching a fish, dude. So I guess I'm happy for you. Heck yeah, Wes. We got him. Good luck, bro. Get out, Jordan. Got a 24-pound, dang, that's a fat pike. My biggest is 22 pounds, 42 inches. Good catch, thanks, LAX kid. Love the name, thanks, Derp Tickler. People either love it or hate it. All right, here's the guesses. 28, says Harp. 22, 22, says Jacob. 88 says, heck yeah. Nick Fetzner, 23, 25, 28, 27. BSG the Fisherman, 24 inches. It was just a nudge over 24. BSG got it. A lot of close guesses. 22 and a half. 23 and a half. Very close, Bill. Eat it, bro. Take a meal. Jacob, we will probably keep one later this evening for a catch and cook. We're going to be out here all day. There's no reason to put one in the cooler right now and swim around with it for 10 hours. We'll get one later today. There will be many more. Billiard, nice catch. Thanks, Bill. Third, I thought. No, that was number 4. I think. That was 24 inches. Let's see here. What have I posted today? I've only posted 3, but one of them, the first one, we didn't post. So that's number 4. Sorry, I'm trying to get this. I missed adding the water body on one of these on Fishbrain. If you guys want to find me on Fishbrain, we don't post every catch on there, but I do post first catch of the day and some of the more interesting ones. Dang it. All right, let's get it back in the water, and then we got to do something on that other rig. We're not gonna. We've been catching everything on one rod here, so let's Oh, come on. I hate that. You get one treble hook unstuck, Then you move on to the second treble hook, and by the time you're done with the second treble hook, the first treble hook is stuck again. All right, and we are also, I've been dipping the bill in Potski's Fire Gel crawfish. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. Makes me feel better. I smoke a lot. I have, you know, all my human sense on me, and I think this stuff, I don't know that it necessarily attracts the bite. I think the look in my mind is it's masking all add to it. But thank y'all for joining us out here today. This is Pishkun Reservoir in north central Montana. We're out here targeting Northern Pike, hoping we could get a decent one today. I'm bumping our speed back up to 2.2 miles an hour, 2.3 miles an hour. And we'll let that spool out. Let me find a snap weight so we can do something with that other line. I have a channel with only 8 subs. I really want to live stream tomorrow when I'm shark fishing. Jagged, you can do it. You would just have to use an encoder. You can't stream through the app until you have 50 subs, and even once you have 50 subs, it takes them 2 to 3 days to process and validate that you have the required subs. We're gonna spool this out to about 75 foot, which is where we've been getting hit at. All right, we're good to go on that one, and I'm behind on chat again. 109 thumbs up, let's go. Thank you guys. It'll be 30 fish in like 2 hours. I hope so, Redacted. I want to get one fat pike out of here. That's my goal for this weekend. Catching lots of them is always fun. I just want to get one good sized pike. And we will run through some different lures. Got some short videos landing carp on my channel, Slimlet. Nice, Slim. Lil 52 PO, what are we fishing with? Berkeley Dredger, yellow perch color, 14.5 foot diver. It's a medium diving shad style crankbait. And we have the bill tipped with some Potski's Fire Gel crawfish flavor. What's an encoder? Like OBS or Moblin or Stream Elements. There's a bunch of different apps that you can stream through. So you're not opening up the YouTube app, you're opening up the OBS app, you're opening up Stream Elements, you're opening up Moblin, and you're streaming from within that app to YouTube. That allows you to bypass the 50 sub requirement. Do you speak any other languages? Lil, no, I don't. Good morning from New Hampshire. What's up, Chill? Welcome to the stream. What state are you in? Jason, we're in central Montana. Slimlet, I got 10,200 subs on YouTube. That's a bunch of subs. We just crossed 5,000 subs our last stream last week. I thought that was pretty cool. Sorry, I need to drink something. That's one of the things I don't like about Gatorade. It quenches my thirst, but it always gives me like phlegm. I don't know what it is about it. All right. Oh yeah, I was gonna fix that other pole. Rando, what size are the Kokanee this year? I have not caught any out of here this year yet. At the tail end of last year, I was seeing them infrequently, but I was seeing them on my water wolf cameras following lures. They're good size in here. They're 2 to 3 pound, 18, 20 plus inches. Not quite the size that come out of Holter, but very good size for Kokanee. They're tough to catch in here though. The pike are so goddamn aggressive. And oftentimes, even if you're targeting specifically the Kokanee, the pike eat your baits up all day. Just made it past 3K last week. Never thought I'd make it that far. Heck yeah, kayak dangler. Congrats. Yeah, I don't know. Whether I'm streaming to 5 people or 5,000 people, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm out here. I'm gonna be fishing anyway. I just go boop and let you guys come along for the rides. But it definitely is cool seeing how many people do actually enjoy coming and hanging out and fishing with us. It makes it more fun for me, rather than me out here staring into the sun. I got some people to talk to and get to show you guys some of the cool scenery around here and some of the cool fish we can catch. I generally fish rapalas and use the precision trolling for my dips. If you haven't seen that app yet, I think you should enjoy it as a shit ton of lures preloaded. Brock, I've never used the subscription for it. I've played around with it a little, and there's one other trolling data app that I've played around with. The problem that I have with so many of them, they're helpful. They're expensive if you want all of the lures, but you have to, like, none of the setups that I run compute in there. I mean, I always have to fudge my rig to match what's in there to get it to give me a depth. Like, again, my lead core line here, I don't run 50 foot or 30 foot or 100 foot or whatever of top shot on the end of it. I just run lead core with a 22-inch leader at the end of it. I don't use the top shot. And if I recall correctly, the precision trolling data, for me to set up that rig, it wants to use lead core. It's only got like one lead core choice, and it computes with 50 foot of top shot on. So it's just, I don't know. For as much as you pay, I think it should have everything in it. One of these days, I'll try it though. I'm talking shit about it. I've never really used it other than the free version, and maybe it's just the free version is more limited. It seemed like all of my rod reel and line combo setups that I use, and even like for like dipsy divers and things like that, the configurations that it has preloaded that it wants you to use when you want to select a dipsy diver is not how I run a dipsy diver. I don't know. I'm the same. It's about fishing companies, and chat is a massive bonus. Heck yeah, kayak. Gatorade has too much sugar. Well, Sam, normally I drink Mountain Dew, and I think there's probably a lot more sugar in Mountain Dew. There's just something else in the Gatorade that, I don't know, gives me phlegm. Where are you? Seems cold where you are. Bandit, we're in north central Montana. It is a little chilly. It's supposed to warm up this afternoon. Once that sun gets higher in the sky, it'll probably heat up to 75, maybe 80 degrees today. Right now, though, it's a little over 50 degrees, I think, and there's a wind blowing, so it feels, you know, mid to high 40s. It's a little chilly. Good luck, buddy. Thanks, John B. Appreciate you. We're having a blast out here. We're gonna catch some fish, hopefully a fat one. I'm sorry if I've missed anybody's chat, by the way. I have skipped through a couple of times. I don't intentionally skip anybody's chat, but we do get busy, and sometimes just in order for me to keep up and not be reading shit that happened 10 minutes ago, I just have to scroll. Don't get offended, type it again. I will not get offended. People aren't gonna yell at you for spamming. 25 and a half. What do you mean, Robert? When I run lead core, I only have around 6 feet of braid for. You use a braid leader on lead core? Yeah, see, I run. This is 27-pound Suffix 832 Advanced lead core, and I run on this one. I think it's a 22-inch, 80-pound fluorocarbon leader. It's my pike and muskie leaders. I don't run. I used to, you know, tie on a, you know, a 30-pound or a 25-pound fluoro leader, you know, either 8-foot, 10-foot. I tried 50-foot. I got tired of reeling a knot. I don't care how good you are at tying a knot. When you start getting up into those bigger sizes, you feel your knot running through the eyes. It gets hung up at times. It's annoying. I don't like it. But yeah, so I just simplify it. I run the braid, I run a bead, I tie on a swivel clip, and from the end of the swivel clip on the lead core, I you know, clip on a leader. Okeechobee dropping through. What's up, SWC Florida? Welcome to the stream. You look like you need a smoke. We just lit one there, Fred. Valitez RL, what's the temperature where you're at? It's a little over 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The water temperature at the surface is about 62.7. We're on the southern end of the reservoir out here right now. It tends to be a little warmer on the southern end than the northern end for whatever reason. Ever trolled a rooster tailer, or is that not a thing? I've tried. I never really have had much luck trolling a rooster tail, which is weird because I control a lot of different hand-tied worm harness rigs, spinner rigs, and catch all sorts of stuff with them. I've got a bunch of muskie spinners, pike spinners, but these are all like my trout and kokanee gear. And I catch shit off, I'll catch pike off of these all day, but if I throw down a maps and troll with it, I never get shit off of them. I don't know. I have good luck with spinners like that, rooster tails, maps, when casting, but I've never had great luck when trolling with them. Good morning, Rob. What's up, Jackson? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. It's your go-to lures, a rooster tail. Yeah, they're good. Lead core from braid usually to a dodger. Okay, so you're running from the lead core, braid, then your dodger, then mono, then your lure. Okay. You from the East Coast by chance? John B, appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Welcome, welcome. Normally it's north end that's warmer from southern breeze. I don't know, Bandit. Tell that to Pishkin. Most of our wind here off the front comes from the west. I got a 24-pound Northern Pike. Where did you catch it, Harp? Lake CDA, Idaho. John says, kayak buddy, I catch 35+ inch pike, all the pike ain't fun to fish for. Dion, I love pike. I wish I could catch 35+ inch pike all day long. The average size of what we pull out of here is 18 to 24, 25 inches. 30 plus is not infrequent, but it's not very common. Biggest I've ever pulled out of this water body is about 15 pounds. 36, 38 inches. I've never caught a 40 plus out of here. I've never landed a 40 plus out of here. I've had a couple of absolute hogs on my line here. I've never managed to boat them though. So that's what we're after today is trying to catch an absolute slob out of here. They are in here, they're infrequent at best. And I think this time of the year, a lot of them are still probably lurking. This pond is quite flooded right now. So a lot of them are probably hunting in the shallows. They do come out though. A lot of where I try to target and fish are transition areas. You know, your first break. I usually don't fish the super shallow, especially when it's flooded like this. You'll end up with snags. There's brush and trees and a whole bunch of shit that are flooded. So in 15 foot or less of water this time of the year here, you have so much snag under the water. So I like to fish at kind of that 20 foot plus, that first break where it starts to drop down. And there tends not to be nearly as much snag. And again, it's a transition area where a lot of fish are going from, you know, the cooler, calmer, deeper waters up into the shallows to sunbathe, to feed. So you catch them coming in and out of the weed beds. But that's what we're targeting right now is 17 to 21, 18 to 22 foot bottom. Our lures are running about 15 foot. This one's quite close to the bottom. This one's probably 8, maybe 10 foot. I am though going to I'm gonna bring this one in a little bit. We're gonna check it for weeds, make sure we don't have a bunch of weeds on there, and then I am also going to put on a snap weight to get it down a little deeper in the water column. Oh, I don't know what he just said. Thank you, Redacted, whatever he just did. I appreciate you. Let me fix my mic real quick. God damn it. All right, welcome back, y'all. Sorry about that. YouTube is being a little weird today. We are back. I'm gonna reel this guy in. We're gonna check. I'll show you what we're running here first of all. And then we're gonna get it back out with a snap weight on. Try and get it a little deeper in the water column. TLM buddies, subscribe to the channel and then you got kicked out. Nice, I'll have to vote after Micah. Usually fish the sound end of the lake to the east point. Northwest PA Firewood. How you doing, buddy? All right, so that's what we're running out on the other line. This is a gifted lure from SoCal Outdoors, another YouTube channel here. He sent it to try to get some water wolf, some catch cam footage, but we threw her out, and sure as shit, it's been catching us some pike. We're gonna run this a little bit longer, but I'm gonna run it a bit deeper. If we don't have a hit on it here fairly shortly, we will put something else out. He was spamming, okay. All right, so we're gonna go 40 foot out. Put on our snap weight if I can find it. There it is. And then we're gonna let it out another 40 foot. And we'll just let that slowly spool out. All right, y'all. We're having a pretty good day so far. We've managed to put a few fish in the boat. Nothing sizable yet, but the day is young. It is 7:25 a.m. We will be out here all day long. What do you use for a snap weight? They are, I believe they're called dolphins. I've got a bunch of different snap weights. I've got some generic ones. Whoa, fish on, fish on. There we go. Mark our catch. All right, we're hooked up again on our Berkeley Dredger. This was out about 75 foot. We're trolling over about, this one was a little deeper, about 25.5 foot bottom. Ooh. This one's got maybe some more weight on it than I thought. That or he got wrapped up funny. He feels weird. Oh. No. No, shaky. No, it's still just a little guy. About average size, it looks like again. Not the lunker we're after. Perfect eater size. And any of these in the 18 to 22 inch, you know, 2-3 pound range are absolutely ideal to eat. This one looks like it's hooked a little bit better than the last one. Let's get her netted. Oh, come on. Oh, damn it. As I say, it's hooked a little bit better. It shook and came off. So we lost that one. Oh, look what we got, guys. Look what we got. Hold on, hold on. I hooked up my other pole back here. Well, we got a surprise, guys. He left us something. Anyone want to guess? What do we got here? Fish lips, that's right, redacted. We didn't get any bone this time, no cartilage, just some flesh. But we got a little wiggly wiggly. Lost the fish, kept the lips. You know, it happens sometimes. We'll throw her back out there. But they do, when they start thrashing, unless they've got themselves hooked in cartilage or, you know, a pretty good hook set, they can oftentimes rip their lip off. Still counts as a catch. I don't know if we can count a lip as a catch, but Ricky Bobby, what's up, Ricky? Not much of a sig smoker, but I'll definitely rip Zens and fish locators. Oh yeah, we got the fish whistle. We're out here for a long day, so we don't want to blow the fish whistle too much. But we are on the fish are biting. Horseshoes and hand grenades, that's right, close enough. Jackson, woo, ripping lips, that's right, buddy. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out for this 4th of July marathon. We're gonna be out here all weekend long. We may do a catch and cook tonight. Everybody keeps asking me, for the last year, almost every stream, somebody, you gonna do a catch and cook? When are you gonna do a catch and cook? Are you gonna do a catch and cook? And you know what I always tell you guys, when you catch me out camping, when we do camping, we will do a catch and cook. So I've been telling you guys for almost a year now that we would do a catch and cook. So we will catch and cook at least one fish tonight. I didn't bring all the fixins, but I'm gonna do it just how I describe it to you guys. As very, very plain, just an aluminum foil boat, very basic spices and seasoning, and we'll fry her up. Hey Rod, see my sweet walleye I got on my trip last week. Justin, I don't think I did. I will have to go look. Did you post it on the community page? I thought I looked at everything on the community page. Mr. Bambong, hello, welcome to the stream. Can't go without the whistle. Make sure I got my whistle more than gas. Ricky, it is an essential part of every fisherman's tackle box, I agree. How big was the walleye, Justin? What's the best way to work one of those flicker shads? Wes, I never catch a damn thing with flicker shads. This is a Berkeley Dredger, similar, but a little bit bigger and deeper diving. I've got a whole box full of flicker shads, and I've probably caught less than 5 fish off of all of them combined. This one lure, this legit the same lure, bit up, has probably, that lure's probably put easily 100 fish in the boat. Just that one. So, I mean, quit smoking September this year. Congrats, Slim. That is best decision you've probably ever made in your life. Mancine ring and bow. Citra, I don't know what that means. I like baby with his bottle. Hey Rod, when are you gonna do a catch and cook? Jackson. I don't know, Jackson. Maybe when I go camping. No, it's not now. I'm sponsored by Illid. Nice, Ricky. That's pretty sweet. Dawson with the 6-7. Thank you, Dawson. Appreciate your support. Justin, Sage posted. Oh, the one that Sage posted. Yes, I did see that. That was fat. Yes. American Spirits. Yeah, American Spirit Mellow Menthol. Aloha, Rod and chat. What's up, D808? Welcome to the stream. Get comfy. The fish are biting today. We're having fun. 24 inches, got it on a flicker shad. Very nice. That's a good size. And of course, on a flicker. Everybody catches shit on a flicker shad besides me. I can't catch a fish with a flicker shad to save my life. I just bought one because the chat is always spamming about it. So yeah, jointed bluegill, haven't tried it yet. You'll probably catch everything off of it. I am just doomed to never catch anything good with a flicker shad. I've offended the fishing gods at some point here. Bluegill pattern. That is one thing that I don't have anything of. I should get some bluegill pattern stuff. Just bought one. Peace and quiet. Becky Kelsey, it is absolutely gorgeous out here. I think I've seen one other boat on the water so far this morning. It's 7:30 in the morning. We've been live for an hour and a half, about 90 minutes. I think I've lost count already. I think we've boated 4. We've lost another 2 or 3 right next to the boat. We're having a pretty busy morning so far. I'm so bad for buying new shit. I run out of rooster tails. Wes, you have the affliction of every fisherman out there. I have so many lures, lure components. I mean, it's just an endless amount. And I think we might actually be ticking bottom here. I want to pick this up, make sure we haven't picked up any weed. Oftentimes you can just drag it in the water and feel the movement of the crankbait, and that does feel a little fouled there. So what I'm going to do is kind of whip it and shake it a little bit, try and shake the crap off of there so I don't have to reel it all the way in. All right, and then I can start to feel the vibration of the lure again. So we definitely did pick something up there. Again, it's soft weeds usually, so you can oftentimes tear through them. And honestly, me getting the weeds off of there, oftentimes you'll pick up a bite while you're trying to get the damn weeds off your line. I'm gonna bring this in just a little bit though. You guys, I just caught a fish. Oh, no, he just came off. God damn it. As I'm describing that, sometimes you'll pick up a fish while you're cleaning off the weeds. I'm like, hold on a second, that ain't weeds. No, we're good, we're cleaned. He got them for us. Yeah, we just got smacked while I was trying to get the weeds off. That's funny. And we'll let that spool out a little bit. That's just spooling. Not even necessarily fish, just connect. I'm learning some new stuff, cool. Heck yeah, Becky. Big fish, adjusting you down. You run and you wait to keep the flicker shad down. Go out in nature and just relax. Absolutely, Becky. This is zen for me. This is where I come to to wind down, to relax, to forget about the stresses of life, and have fun. All right, we're gonna give SoCal Squid another, what time is it? We'll give it till 8. If it doesn't catch something, we're gonna throw a different option down. Good for people, read that, big fish, learned some new Okuma, Berkeley agreed. Running, light braid, trolling 1.8 to 2.2, catch a fish with a cigarette, TB zombie. Yeah, I don't know, maybe a cigarette butt. We could probably catch a pike with a cigarette butt. Found a trolling motor in the back of my truck yesterday after work. Jackson, what the hell? Somebody just dumped a trolling motor in your truck? Does it work? I wish people would dump working fishing shit in the back of my truck. I'll take it. All right, we're gonna bring... All right, there we go. We're back out again. Rod, where can I find your chat bot? Justin, so RodBot is not publicly available yet. You can sign up for the beta for it. It's not open yet. I'm still waiting on Google to approve my increased quota. But you can find it at rodbot.vox.io. You can go sign up there. You put in your email address that's associated with your YouTube account as well as your handle. And it'll send me a request, and when I open the beta for other people to test it, I will approve you and you will be able to add it to your channel. But in the time being, you can use Nightbot. You just go to nightbot.tv. Theirs is a little bit more complicated to set up and add to your channel, but you can do similar things with Nightbot that RodBot does, but you have to be able to program your custom commands in it. It's kind of a pain in the butt. RodBot is all pre-built. You guys won't have to do anything but add it to your channel and enable and disable stuff. Turn it off, run back a bit. Hooked it up to the truck battery. It does work. Heck yeah, Jackson. All bundled up. What's the temperature? Mid-50s right now, I think. I want Daybot for next time. That's what the kiddo said. He's like, well, is there Daybot? I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. He's like, why isn't there Daybot? He's like, there's Nightbot and there's RodBot. Well, is there a Daybot? I'm like, I don't know, dude. He pestered me about it for like a half an hour. What's up, Ducky? Welcome to the stream. I caught a tiny bass Wednesday in the funniest way. Oh yeah, Cursed Handman? I've caught some tiny, I've never caught a big bass, but I've caught, I might give you a run for your money for world's tiniest bass. We're out here trying to catch a fat pike today. Welcome those just joining. This is Pishkun Reservoir, north central Montana. This is one of my favorite places to come and fish for northern pike. There are also really nice Kokanee salmon as well as rainbow trout in here. A couple other bonus species as well, yellow perch, Arctic grayling, or as I call them, Pokemon fish. They're a pretty rare catch out of here, though they are in here. But we're mainly targeting the northern pike today, trying to set a new lake best for myself. The biggest one I've ever pulled out of here was right around 15 pounds. I've had bigger ones on my line, just not managed to get them in the net. As you guys can tell, my netting skills when I'm fishing alone are not the greatest, but we do try. But sometimes that costs us fish. And it's especially sad when it's the big fish, but you know, you do what you gotta do. 100 plus in parts of Michigan, that's too hot. 3 or 4 big perch for the catch and cook would be sweet. I left my my spinning rods at the camp. We might catch a perch as a bycatch, but I'm planning on doing just a Northern Pike. It's only me, so there will be 1 catch and 1 cook, 1 fish. And we'll probably harvest 1 later this evening. I don't want to catch it right now and have it slogging around in the cooler all day. We'll catch 1 fresh tonight and fillet it and cook it afterwards. What's up, Katrina Cook? Welcome to the stream. Less than a pound. Oh, I've caught largemouth bass that were minnows fishing for bluegill. You pull it in, you're like, what is that? No way, is that a baby largemouth? Just little guys. But let's see here, water temperature 62.1 degrees here. So again, the southern end of the reservoir is over half a degree warmer. But right in this general area is where we've been getting most of our bites. Even the last time that we were here as well, most of our bites came out of this section. It's kind of midsection. If you guys are looking at a map of Pishkin, it's about midsection in the lake where the canal cuts over to the other side. There's kind of a bay, not really a bay, but we'll call it a bay. It's a swoop around. There's like an island, a northern end, and it swoops down to the south. And kind of just that half moon area there, right where the canal cut over is the area where we've been getting most of our bites so far today, as well as last week when we were here. Going to a creek today, just using night crawlers, so we'll see what bites. Anything could bite off of a crawler. I love fishing with crawlers. Oh shit, I forgot we had this poll going here. Let's read the poll. We got 358 votes in the poll. What would you rather catch? 37% of you said 1 massive fish. All right, trolling motor, what are you doing here? Why did we just stop? What the hell was that? Oh, we're on the edge of a poorly mapped area. The trolling motor's doing some funky stuff. 37% of you said 1 fat fish. 10% said lots of smaller fish, and over a majority of 53% of you said I don't care, I just want fish. Most days I'm with the I don't care, just give me some fish. Let's catch some fish. This weekend I'm with team fat fish. I want to catch a hog. We are due a slob. I've caught so many pike out of this water body in the last 3 years, 4 years. I don't know, we had a couple good ones last year. We had a 10-pounder, a 12-pounder, I think a 13-pounder. I want to land a 20-plus pounder out of here. For as long as I've fished this water body, I've never managed to get one in the net. A hog is what we need. Muhammad, I am 100% right there with you, buddy. Put it in your community page. Okay, Cursed. I will review that at some point. Thanks for posting it. A lot of I love the catches and stuff that you guys post on the community page. It's always interesting to see what y'all are up to in your neck of the woods. God, I forgot my chapstick today. My lips are dry. Oh, it is so nice out here today. I hope the wind doesn't beat us up. It's not supposed to be too bad, but you never know up here on the Rocky Mountain front. I'm the I don't care, just catch fish Jackson. Heck yeah. I was teaching two folks how to fly fish yesterday and they were so pumped for 4 and 5 inch rainbows. Those little trout are neat. I've never really caught rainbows that small. I've caught browns that small. And a lot of times the brookies that people catch are itty bitty like that. I've never managed to catch a brookie though. Patrick says a hog. Yes, we need Hogzilla out here. The Pishkin monster. Came through here over the weekend, went down through Ridge, LJ, pretty drive, would be sick. Always better catching that one fish to speak about for your days to come. Heck yeah, Muhammad. Get a hog, sick. They fight you all the way no matter what size. Yeah, they do. The 22 pound 42 incher that I caught, it was a nightmare trying to get that damn thing in the net. It took everything I had to get it in the net. Zizneri Baka. Man, I just butchered your name. I apologize, but welcome to the stream, Z. We're gonna call you Z. Welcome, welcome. We're streaming here in central Montana. This is Pishkun Reservoir. Behind you, the mountains there are the Rocky Mountains. This is just the foothills of the Continental Divide. We're fishing for Northern Pike. I believe we've boated either 4 or 5 so far, and I think we've lost 3 or 4 or something like that. Rub behind your ears, then your lips. Oil there can help with chapped lips. That makes sense. Kind of gross, but that makes sense. Come to Tennessee, we catch native brook trout like it's a nuisance. Gloves, what kills me is they're everywhere here in Montana. This water body has brook trout in it. Almost everywhere has brook trout. I've never caught a brook trout in my whole life, ever. Never caught a brook trout. If you say that name 10 times, I think my chair would start levitating. It might. Our boat might grow bigger, or it might turn into a pumpkin. I don't know. I don't think I could say it 10 times, though. I can't even say it once. Summertime, I catch way too many bass fishing. Ricky, there's not a whole lot of area around where I live to target bass. I gotta drive a fair ways, an hour or so to get to good smallmouth or decent smallmouth bass fishing in the river. Largemouth bass are in a handful of ponds around my area, but they're quite small. It's always exciting when you tie into a hog, no matter if it's a chore to land it or not. Oh, absolutely. Just feeling the damn thing on the end of your line is such an exhilaration. And most of the bigger fish that I've caught here weren't on my line very long. I've had a couple of them next to the boat that I wasn't able to net. But the biggest ones that I've had, you know, I might have got them to the surface, you know, 50 foot back from the boat. But a lot of them you don't get anywhere near the boat before they disengage. PA sportsman don't even fish anymore. He just watches YouTube fish. Pierre Kinglet said hi. Welcome to the stream, Pierre. Yeah, I got good largemouth, smallmouth anywhere, but bass fishermen don't care for pike or muskie. I catch too many of those stinky, nasty things. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their preferences. I absolutely freaking love fishing for pike. I wish we had muskie here. We have a handful of places that have tiger muskie, but they don't stock very many of them in there. They're tough to catch. Do you ever catch fish? Jeremy, we've landed 4 or 5 so far this morning in the last 2 hours. And we've lost 3 or 4, somewhere around there. We do catch fish from time to time, Jeremy. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I don't know what language that even is, but brown avatar with some sort of Asian language. Welcome to the stream. Somebody let me know what they said. I'm trying to let you catch one. PA's just saving them for the rest of us. That's right. I just like catching fish. Heck yeah. Fished the last 8 days straight, 7 was in the boat. Nice, PA, good Lord. That sounds fun. I could do the fishing. I couldn't do streaming 7 days in a row. I'm gonna be rough after today's stream, just my voice. I don't know how we're gonna do tomorrow's marathon stream. Oh, by the way, y'all, we're out here for Independence Day weekend. It's gonna be marathon weekend. Not just one wanna see my rod marathon stream. We got 2 back-to-back marathon streams. We're gonna stream all day today and all day tomorrow. So if y'all ain't doing nothing for the 4th, get comfy and hang out. We're gonna catch a whole bunch of fish hopefully this weekend. Sturgeon, salmon, lake trout. Oh, I love all of those species. Stayed in a cabin up from LJ, river in the backyard 4 times a year. Supposedly that's channel cats and some largies. Heck yeah. I'm gonna head out, finish my breakfast. All right, Cursed Hand Man, thanks for swinging through. If you get bored, you get hot, you swing back through. Come hang out. We're gonna be here fishing all day, buddy. Tomorrow you can get a text-to-speech machine for your voice. I need it sometimes. Good Lord. It's also a tube, float, river, tons of traffic. I don't know how good fishing normally is. Looked awesome except for the float traffic. Yeah, some of the tourist, you know, all the jet skis and tubers and stuff like that can hurt fishing, but sometimes they really, I mean, honestly, some of the biggest fish I've ever seen and some of the biggest fish I've ever caught was like right, you know, in the dock area, the boat ramp area where there's just ridiculous traffic. Some fish it spooks, some of them just learn to live with it. Snag some sturgeon accidentally, no way you're reeling one of them in. Might as well hook a log. I bet, Justin. I caught a 20-pound carp last year and hooked it somehow right basically below the dorsal fin. Like if you were gonna throw out a fish for bait, a live bait, that's how I accidentally hooked the carp. And good God, that thing felt like a fucking elephant on the end of my line. Just absurd. It was a good sized fish, don't get me wrong, but it felt so much bigger. They just have so much more maneuverability and control when they're hooked like that. Tons of people out last night striper bass fishing. It's more at night. It says because it was 95 degrees. My last stream was 12 hours. That's just too much for me. Jackson, see, I enjoy it. 12, 15 hours is what we typically try to do. Dave, that's something I would love to do is get a cabin for a couple of days. I'm jealous. The trout are everywhere in that area. Honestly, don't get much time to fish because of my job. Find the time, Marcello. Get out there when you can. Grayson, welcome to the stream. Josie, good morning, good morning. Oh, trolling motor. I'm on a bucking Bronco here. How's your morning treating you, Josie? You just waking up? What kind of baits do you slow troll and what speed works the best? Lake in the woods, it depends on what species you're targeting. So like today, we're targeting Northern Pike. And honestly, anything you put in the water and in a water body that has pike is a pike bait. What I've found works best here is, this time of the year is shad style, so smaller style crankbaits. But fairly deep divers. Like what we're running right now is a Berkeley Dredger in yellow perch pattern. It's about 4.5, 5 inches. It dives down to about 14.5 feet. And we don't, slow trolling for pike for me is, you know, 2.2 miles an hour. Usually I'm anywhere from 2.2 to 2.7 is kind of the key or the best producing speeds for me for pike. Though they will bite at slower speeds. I find it more productive. If you make them chase it, they bite more readily. Trout, on the other hand, or kokanee, you control as slow as 0.8 miles an hour, and I typically will run, like this is a trout or a kokanee rig here. spade dodger. Probably this is 12-inch fluorocarbon leader and a fly. And I'll run this down with a snap weight, you know, a 2 to 5 ounce snap weight to down in the water column. And you control that 0.8, 1.2, 1.4 miles an hour. Another really productive slow troll is lake trolls, cowbells. These are a Lure Jensen baby cowbell. You control these down to, a mile, 1.2 miles an hour. And on this one we have just a little micro hoochie. It's got a little spinner blade on it, little max spinner, and a hoochie, which is a little squid. Both very effective lures for slow trolling for trout, for walleye, for salmon. The pike will bite at them. I'm gonna let this out just a little bit more. Just a few feet. Let me resync my mic, you guys. I'll stick to bass. Welcome, those just joining. We're at Pishkun Reservoir, north central Montana, foothills of the Rocky Mountain front. We're out here targeting Northern Pike today. I think we've landed, could somebody type dot caught? Have we landed 4 or 5? I forget. I think it's 4. I think we've lost the last couple of them. Skipjack Cindy, welcome to the stream. Cindy, I keep trying to join your stream. You did another mod reset and you don't see me anymore. I'm still in frickin' banish land. But good morning, Cindy. How's your Great Aussie adventure going? I've seen a handful of your shorts. You're catching some cool stuff out there, it looks like. On a Segway says, nice, dude. What's up, Segway? Yeah, we've landed 4, and I think we've lost 3 or 4, something like that. Back had to get a vehicle inspected. Welcome back, Lee. Bass, but no one will know. What's up, the wind? Lake in the Woods, appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the squad. Happy Sunday, good morning. Northern Pike, you seem to have some confusion there, Wind. It's pretty dope, man. I just subscribed. You and everybody else should definitely check out my channel. All things hunting and fishing. Nice, Lake in the Woods. We'll check out. Put that cigarette away. Better than that. Gabriel, I appreciate you hanging out. Enjoy yourself, but let's not bark orders. I'm an adult. I make my own poor choices. I appreciate your looking out for me, but I smoke. It's one of my bad habits. It's great having a great time. Oh, I bet. How long are you gonna be there for? Has Cindy moved to Australia? Never fly fished. It's on my bucket list. Getting a local guide is definitely the way to go. Yeah, if you've never done it before, something like that, I think a little or a lot of direction probably goes a long ways. I know that Craig, Montana, Blue Ribbon Trout area, a lot of guides guide out of there, and you can get a pretty decent rate on floats there, half-day floats, and learn how to fly fish. Nothing wrong with exercising your rights. Absolutely, TLX. It's just a terrible habit. Like riding a bike, not a back. I've ridden both. They're not so dissimilar. 162 thumbs up, let's go. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. Stay safe out there. Whatever the hell you're doing, don't blow off any fingers. Don't blow up anybody's mailbox. Be safe, have fun. Try not to start any forest fires. We got plenty of those already. But for those of you who aren't out there trying to blow shit up, or if it's too hot out, You're welcome to hang out all day here. We will be out here for another sun up to sundown marathon stream. We will likely be doing a very simple catch and cook tonight, nothing fancy. But if we catch a small pike this evening, closer to when we're planning on taking the boat out, we will probably hop over to the grill and cook up something fat. Definitely a long trip. What rods are you using? On a segue, so we're using the Okuma Classic Pro GLT planer board rods. It's a a one-piece, a telescoping rod. I love these. I don't fish two pieces anymore. So it's a 8'6" rod that collapses down to 7'6", but then you can just bring it out and it's 8'6". Really helps when you're running multiple rods on each side of the boat. It's paired. It's a medium, moderate, fast action. So not super light, not super heavy. It's a good all-around trolling rod. I use this for anywhere from, you know, small trout all the way up to big pike, walleye. It's a great all-purpose rod. They're paired with the Okuma Cold Water A series reels. They just came out with these last year. I've been using the cold water reels for years now. I love them. These have an improved drag system on them. I love them. They are, the old version is good. The new version is great. I love these guys. Very good rod and reel combo for trolling. This one we're running Suffix 832 Advanced 27-pound test lead core on it. The other one we're running straight Suffix Advanced braid 65-pound. David caught a shark today. Congrats, David. That's crazy. Got a flathead today. Heck yeah. And a bream. Very nice. Congratulations, Cindy. Catching some new species. Hello, Pike Hunter. Good luck. Catch a big one. Nice day from Germany. Thanks, Guido. I appreciate you stopping through. We've landed 4 so far. We haven't had anything real sizable yet. We're still looking. Forget forest fires don't blow up mailboxes and garbage bins, right? Put that crab on a 5/0 and throw it out for a drum. Liz Dahlia, welcome to the stream. Marcelo, Dave, what's up? Getting over the initial learning curve. And like you said, like riding a bike. Sarah Dugan, appreciate you subscribing and supporting the channel. Welcome to the squad. Glad you're enjoying the stream. I'd like to get another. Keep at it, Cindy, you'll get more. You should see the whole stream. When Sage and I went to Lake of the Woods, we would get about 20 or so walleye a day. Half or over 20 inches, nothing over 25. Justin, did you live stream it? Or did you just record it? Simo, what are you fishing for? Northern Pike is the primary target today, though there are also Kokanee salmon, rainbow trout, yellow perch, Arctic grayling, a handful of other fish in here. But what we're targeting is just a fat pike. And we need to do a lure swap. The squid has not netted us anything in 2 hours of fishing. So we're gonna put something else out for a little while. And I think what I'm gonna try here, I picked up these Berkeley hit sticks in rainbow trout pattern. And I think that's what we're gonna try for right now. Ouch! Hooks are sharp, y'all. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Rod. Hooks are sharp. Don't touch them. So this is a fairly shallow diver. I think this one goes 3 to 6 foot deep. So we're actually, the way we're gonna run this one is on our planer board. And we're gonna push this a little more shallow and see if maybe something wants to come play from the shallows. All right, so we're retiring this temporarily. This is our saltwater squid. We're running something a little redonkulous out there looking for Nessie. But Nessie is not hungry at the moment, so we're gonna throw a little bit smaller. A little bit more natural presentation out there. Oh God, these treble hooks are sharp. I'm also going to take and get our Potski gel here. This is just an attractant. Any new lures or lures that I've touched a lot, I like to put a scent on, basically just to mask my own. And all I do is take and rub the underside of the bill in there. You don't need too much on there. This stuff is kind of waxy. It stays on there quite a while. But get a good layer underneath the bill. That's all I do. And I am going to move this pole to our back holder. And we're gonna let this out probably 30 foot or so. And then we'll throw on our planer board. And the planer board, for those of you guys who are not familiar with planer boards, this is a planer board. There's all different makes and models of planer boards. This is offshore tackle. This is one of their larger ones. It's got a little tattle flag on it, so when we get a bite, not only will you hear the pull, but you'll see your flag either go down or bounce. But these are real simple to hook up. And again, there's a lot of different ways to hook these up. But the way that I have these rigged is we have one clip is your primary clip. That one always stays on the line. The one on the front gets released when we get a bite. So we're gonna clip our primary on. And we're gonna spool this out a little bit. And you want to leave a little bit of slack between your first clip and the, oh, hold on. I got this on there backwards. Sorry. Leave a little bit of slack there so your tattle flag can pull. And then the second clip will release when we get a bite usually. Or if it doesn't, you can pull it and release it yourself. But very basic, and then we let her out another, depending on how far we want to get it away from the boat, we'll probably let it out another 45 foot, maybe 50 foot. And that just gets it away from the boat. And it allows you to run multiple lines on one side of the boat. All right. And the pole is gonna bounce. That's just the planer board skipping over the wake here. Ignore that. All right, we're a bit behind on chat here. Rod, you need to use the 2% rule. Got to be smarter than the object you're wearing. Jackson, fair point, fair point. My gear would probably break right away. Wait till you hook into a big smooth stingray, Cindy. Hold on for dear life. David, I caught a stingray once off a bridge when I was fishing in Florida. It was about 4 foot long. Good sized stingray. And yes, it put up a great fight. I hooked it in the belly though, it wasn't in the mouth. Gotta go to bed. All right, Cindy, good night. Get some rest. Happy 4th. Go catch some more fish. Jose, welcome to the stream. Justin, I didn't even record it. I was driving on the boat and focused on that. Sage was dialed in on fishing. We didn't have a camera. Okay. Well, nice. That sounds like a fun day. I've never been on the walleye like that fishing from the boat, only from the shore. That looks like it will catch, Rod. Justin, I hope so. Yeah, I have a handful of hit sticks. I've had moderate success with them in the past. Most of them that I have are the bigger ones. They're a little bit deeper diving. I finally picked up some shallow ones. $170 thumbs up, let's go. Oh, it's gonna be a fun weekend out here. I tried so hard to get Mia to come with us this weekend. She wanted to, she just waited till the last moment to prepare and then didn't feel prepared, and nobody likes going camping when they don't feel like they have everything they need, so I get it. So she asked if we could go camping next weekend, and I told her as long as the weather's good, we'll do another camping trip next weekend. Smooth stingrays can get roughly the width of a VW Beetle, 350 to 400 pounds. I would be on the losing end of that stick, 100%. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. All right, what do you guys think? Are we gonna catch? What's the next catch gonna be on our Berkeley Dredger again, the yellow perch, or is our rainbow trout gonna nab us a fish? I feel like we're still gonna get hit on the Dredger. Casanova says walleye. Yeah, I don't think we'll be catching walleye here. We have a yellow perch lure out, and we have a rainbow trout lure out. That's just the color, the pattern of them. The perch is what everything's been biting on so far today, but we just put the rainbow trout out. Bill Thompson says the Dredger. Yeah, I feel like the Dredger is, it's gonna be the bait of the day. We're over about 20 to 24 foot bottom. Again, you'll notice that we're kind of swerving back and forth. My Uber driver up here, the Lowrance Recon, is, it does an S pattern between most of the waypoints. You get really good trolling action. You're speeding up, you're slowing down, your baits are rising and falling. I am absolutely loving this Lowrance Recon, other than it's the cost of it. They're expensive. The sticker on it was obscene. But she is treating us well so far. I think the trout on the board. Justin, we'll see. Okay, we got one vote on the board. Had to pull a full reel with 200 pounds of shark line getting spooled. Take the fish whistle from Lowrance. Yeah. We're so what's happening right now is this area here. This is the shallowest pass we've made in it with the Recon, and I'm redrawing all of my maps now that I have a better transducer and the new Recon and the HDS 10. So we're on the very bleeding edge of the map, and it's confused as to where the depth is. Because the last year when I mapped this, the water level was 17 feet below where it is right now. So it does quite a bit of meandering when it's not quite sure where the proper contour is. You can get away with it with only 2 lines out. Yes, yeah, no, if I had a whole bunch, it would, and it doesn't do it. So if I were picking a middle path of where we already have really mapped well, It does a little bit of S-turns, but they're very gradual. Right now it's quite aggressive, and honestly for pike fishing it's awesome. It's you want that. Driving like you're drunk is probably a good idea when you're fishing for pike. Not driving while drunk, just driving like you're drunk. Details. The details matter. But we're off of where the fish were biting today. We really should turn back around and go the other way. We're almost back over at the boat ramp here. I wasn't really paying attention. That's probably why we haven't had a bite in a while. But we're gonna go off a little bit further and then I'll turn around. I need a better fish finder. Downrigger plays hell with my cheapo. John, yeah, so I've been looking, I've never really looked all that deeply into downriggers. I've been looking at maybe finding one that will work well, or trying to figure out what would work well with my Lowrance HDS-10 and the Recon. I would love, if I get one, I would love to get the one that has like the bottom follow feature. That'd be so awesome for walleye or lake trout fishing or kokanee fishing. Creativity, no, we don't. I don't give mod to people who ask for mod. Hang out here, be a productive member of the Rod Squad and the chat here, the live streams, and one day if you're here, you'll just notice your name turns blue. How many fish did you catch? Be the goat. We've landed 4 pike so far, and we've lost 3 or 4. Hope everyone's doing well. MHG, I appreciate that. We are doing awesome. We're fishing for pike, and we're catching, so. Let me swipe out real quick and fix my mic. Give me just a sec, guys. What's up, the average Viking? Feel bad for mod beggars. Poor mindset in life. Yeah, usually it's younger kids. They're just trying to feel like they fit in. That's all right. I'm here till you catch a decent pike. Nate, hang out, buddy. We're gonna turn back around and head towards where we were catching them earlier. Just a little bit further ahead, and we'll bump back around. But yeah, that's the goal for today, is to catch at least one nice pike. We'll probably catch a bunch of smaller ones, but there are some absolute slobs swimming around in here. Trying to get up a little bit shallower, using our planer board to get up a little closer to the shore, so I'm not in the shore. That way we can fish the depth that they've been biting at as well. So putting a couple of different options out here for them. Beautiful morning there in Montana, beautiful view. It is so nice out here. Where you can see just a little bit of the Rocky Mountains, the Continental Divide in the background there. We'll spin around as we head back the other direction. It's gonna be kind of plains, tundra, rolling hills. But I love fishing here. I love fishing for pike in this water body. All right, we're gonna kill the trolling motor for a moment, and we are gonna turn on our outboard and turn around. So we're gonna make a wide loop around. We'll get back on track, and then I'll turn autopilot back on. I'm sure it can do it. I just haven't figured out how to smoothly transition from one direction to the other direction while using the autopilot. So we're gonna take a slow loop around and head back the other direction. If I catch anything with teeth bigger than mine, I hope the line brand Nate. If I were fishing in the ocean, I would 100% agree with that statement. Whatever it is on the end of the line, I don't need to see it. There we go. Fish on, fish on. And it's the dredger on the turn. So that's interesting. That was on the inside there. So that was slowing down. Just feels like another little guy, but we will get her in the boat here. Welcome everybody just joining. We're here at Pishkun Reservoir in central Montana, and we are fishing for toothy critters, AKA Northern Pike. We've got 4 in the boat so far. We got 1 on the line here. It might be number 5. She's coming in. Oh, not a great hook set. We're gonna try and get it netted. I gotta switch to the other side here. We are not on autopilot right now. Oh, not a great hook set. Hopefully we can get this one in the net. Landed. Pike number 5 in the boat, y'all. Another little eater-sized one. We'll get a closer look here in a moment. We are not on autopilot right now, so we are, let's see here, depth routing, reverse, go, engage. All right. Now hopefully the Uber driver doesn't smack us into something. Let's get this guy out of the net. Oh, tangly, tangly. Ouch. All right, just a little guy. All right, give you guys a quick look here. We'll get her on the bump board, get a picture. Very pretty, good size, very healthy, but an adolescent. You can see it still has kind of the stripe pattern, not the clear beans. We still have yet to catch a true adult. It is a little beat up. It has been fighting. We got a mark on the side there. Pretty little pike. Place your guesses now. I'm gonna say this one's maybe 19 inches. Let's put her on the bump board and take a look. And I would be wrong. Give you guys one more look. Place your guesses. My eyeball scales have been off today. We're gonna throw her on FishBrain. If you guys use FishBrain, you can find me on there at Vox, V-O-X. All right, we're gonna get her back in the water. We jettison them. There we go. And I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but once it hits the water, they splash and they go. It just gives them the splash, the shock of hitting the water. If you just set them down there gently, oftentimes they'll go belly up. So try and don't slam them at the water. Try and, you know, get their nose first and get them jetted down. If you can get them down 6 inches, a foot, usually that's all they need and they swim away. All right, let's get our guesses here. That's number 5 for the day, Northern Pike, 18 inches, 21. Justin, right off the bat, 21 inches. Very good guess, Justin. 18.25, 20. What a bike. I see them Teefers, 22, 19 and a half, 18, 18, 19, 21. B-GIF also got it. MHG also got it. 20.5, 17.53, no. 20 and a half, very close, Jackson. Nice start to the day, Rod. Good ship fishing, brother. Gonna go smallie fishing myself later. Nice, Vala. Villa? Yeah, we've been here, we've been on the water 2.5 hours, and that was fish number 5, and we've lost like 3 or 4 also. Yeah, it was 21 inches. I guessed 19, I was wrong. Y'all, we got 3 or 4 people who got it right. All right, let's get our lure out of the net here. There we go. So that's what all of our fish so far today have come off of this guy. It's a Berkeley Dredger, 14.5 foot medium diving crankbait in 3D yellow perch pattern. And we've been dipping the bill in the Potskie's fire gel. You can see there's still some, we're gonna give her a fresh dose here. All right, let's get this one back out in the water. We're also going to turn off our outboard here. All right, we're going to let this feed out to about 75 foot. Bump up our speed here a little bit. All right, we're back up to about 2.2 miles an hour. Just followed what bait? Nate, that was on the Berkeley Dredger yellow perch pattern. I catch a lot of pike, like a lot, thousands last year. Heck yeah, Justin. What's been your most productive lure catching them, Justin? What we fishing for today? Toasted. We're after primarily Northern Pike today. We're going to be marathon streaming today and marathon streaming tomorrow, camping here tonight. Tomorrow we will probably try and focus a little bit more on Kokanee salmon and rainbow trout. But for today, the goal is to catch just an absolute slob of a pike. We've put 5 in the boat so far. They've all been 22 inches. But we're on them. They're biting. Conditions look nice. They're definitely starting to feed better. About time. Jordan, yeah, it's real nice this morning. The wind is supposed to pick up a little later today. Anybody have luck on trolling flies? John, I have a dodger and a fly set up. Ooh. Oh, it's just spooling. Oh, we had a bite. We're barely out there. We need to. Come on. I've caught a handful of rainbow trout. Rainbow trout and kokanee off of flies. A lake trout as well. I haven't run them very much though. I'm still learning about trolling flies. How long you been live? Fishy things, we've been 2.5 hours, about 90 minutes. No, 150 minutes. We've landed 5 and lost, I think, 3 or 4 now. What's your water temperature? At the surface, 62.3 degrees. North end of the lake was a little cooler than the south end. I think we've ranged anywhere from 26 or 62.1 to 62.7. We're now closer to the north end, kind of by the boat launch. We're headed back towards the south end right now. Hey Rod, good luck today. Always check in and like your streams. Background always spectacular. Thanks for stopping through, Youper. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're having a really fun day today. We're gonna be out here sun up to sundown, hoping to catch a fat pike. We'll see. But hope everybody's having an awesome 4th of July weekend. Happy 250th, y'all. What are you on Fishbrain? MHG, you can find me at Vox, V-O-X. No Carl yet, he must be fish, probably Viking. Mia, I wonder if there are pike in there as big as your PB. Mia, absolutely there are. There's not a whole lot of them, they're few and far between. But there are definitely some really big pike in here. How are you this morning, Mia? Good morning. I posted a couple more walleye pics from last week on your community page. Nice, Justin, I'll check them out. Terry, what's up, Terry? What are you targeting? Here, fishy. Our primary target for today is Northern Pike. There are also Kokanee salmon, rainbow trout, yellow perch, Arctic grayling, handful of different species in here. Dang YouTube, I literally double checked to make sure I get notifications on your channel, specifically no notification. Dang, man, that is so annoying. I don't know why that is, why YouTube is so bad at notifying people sometimes. I have heard sometimes that if you unsubscribe and resubscribe that it can fix it, but I think YouTube's notification system is just kind of wonky sometimes. All right, feed this out a little bit more. All right, 75 foot. We're good. This one's out. This one's out 30 foot. The planer board is clipped on, and then it's out another 60 foot. So a 90 foot total. Just to get it a little bit away from the boat. This one's way more shallow. This one's the Berkeley hit stick. It's probably 3 to 6 foot in dive depth. This one is probably closer to 15 to 20 foot depth. We're over anywhere from 20 to 25 foot bottom. So we basically have one rig targeting a little higher in the water column, another one deeper in the water column. One that's a small shad style, shad size, in yellow perch, and the other one is longer like a stick bait in a rainbow trout pattern. Yeah, we just caught our 5th fish of the morning so far. We've caught 5 northern pike ranging from like 16 inches up to 22 or 23 inches. And we've lost 3 or 4 that we had right next to the boat, but I didn't manage to get in the net. How deep does the lake get? Lake Erie, the deepest this lake gets is about 80 to 90 foot over in the basin area here. Most of what we've been targeting today is 20 to 25 foot bottom. When we move to target the rainbow trout and the kokanee, we will probably hit more of the deeper basin areas. Though I've caught pike all over in here. I've pulled pike out of some really ridiculously deep waters in previous years here. Caught fight pike already. I missed them all, dang it. Well, hang out, fishy. We're just getting started, buddy. We're out here all weekend. I camped here last night, woke up early this morning, got the boat in the water. We had our first fish within 10 minutes of being in the water. I started our stream a little early because a fish was on the line. I was trying to get over to where we were gonna fish for the day, and I didn't even get to where we were trying to fish before I had a fish on the line, so I started the stream. I'll be out here all day. All right, heck yeah, fishy. How have your night streams been going? I've popped in here and there. Your camera at night kind of trips me out. The mirror of the water. I don't know, it like almost makes me nauseous. I can't watch it for very long. It's cool, but I can't stare at it for too long. Last year I caught a tiger muskie, 49.2. Oh dang, man, that is a beast. Now I've had one tiger muskie next to the boat, and I messed up the netting. It wasn't that big though. It was high 20s, maybe low 30s. Inches, not pounds. We're still trying to actually net and land our first legit tiger muskie. Yeah, I did catfishing night tournament last Saturday and ended up with 2 catfish. Nice. What'd you catch them off of? You using cut bait or liver or worms or? The last few catfish that I've caught, I think the biggest one was, it was like 8 or 10 pounds. We just caught off of cut bait, white sucker. Fish on, fish on! All right, there's another one. This one's for you, fishy things. All right, let's mark on the map where we just hooked up on that guy. Slow our troll speed down just a touch. And it's on our Berkeley Dredger again in yellow perch. We're about 50 foot out still. This is definitely going to be our money lure for the day, it feels like. Though we might find another one at some point that they like. We're about 25 foot out. That again was over about 24 foot bottom. No. No. Don't do it, buddy. We just want to take a picture. It's okay. Leave your lips attached, my friend. Oh, this one is pissed. I'm gonna have to. I hate doing this. Spazzy. All right, number 6 landed. Let's try and get. There we go. All right, he's hooked a little better than I thought. Oh, the dang eyeball hooks. Why does it always go in their eye? Pishkun Reservoir is going to be full of one-eyed Willie by the time I'm done here. Oh, damn it. Party foul. All right, bro. It's about enough of that. Knock it off, quick. Just want to take a picture. All right. We're going to get a quick measurement on this guy. Say hello to my little friend. They're so pretty. I love pike. They're such neat looking fish. They have so much personality. I want a pet pike. We're going to get them on the bump board. Take your guesses, guys. Ah! No. All right. Quickly. All right. No more battery pike. Knock it off. All right. We're going to get him back in the water. This one's pissed. Off she goes. All right, let's get this spooling back out while I read your chats. Bump our speed back up. All righty. Oh God, my fingers are still slimy. Now I got slime on my cigarette. Yeah, that one was feisty. Anyone seen the I just want to take a picture meme? Justin, I don't know if I have. Why are you smoking? It's a bad habit. Fishy things, 22 inches, very close. You're the closest so far, 25. Anyone seen? You're fishy, appreciate you stumbling to the channel. What are you using? Sorry, I didn't show you guys the lure before I put it back out. It is a Berkeley Dredger, 14.5 foot diving crankbait in 3D yellow perch pattern. Justin, 20.5 cipher every time, I know, right? I'll be getting better. Some of them are bad. Justin 22, also very close. He's got the same guess as Fishy Things. Baseball Lover 2720. Nice. Dredger doing work today. Yeah, all of our bites have been on the Dredger. 21.7. Saki, good guess. B Gift 24.5, 21, 18, 25, 23.5. Pet Pike would be cool. Pickerel would probably be. Pickerel, okay. They're similar looking. 22.5. You're right on the other side of close. How bad was the eye hook? Just barely. It wasn't bad, JB Joe. What do you use to catch them? Can only get freshwater barracuda, only max out at 7 inches. Tad bigger than the last one, 22, I think. So many guesses at 20. It was 22.25. All you guys that were guessing 22 basically got it. Just a smidge bigger, 22.25. Where are you? Camden. We are in north central Montana, and my sticky ass fingers are sticking to my cigarette. All right, we're just letting this out 75 foot. That's where they've all been hitting at. But very good guesses, guys. 22.25 inches that one was. We did not get that one on Fish Brain. It was pissed. So we got her on the bump board at least. Once they hit the ground, I try and get them in the water as quickly as possible. Usually I don't even bump board them. That one we did. Had a couple of freshwater barracuda in a 90-gallon with a breeding population of guppies. It was self. That's interesting. That's cool. What kind of temperature, how low a temperatures can they sustain? I would have to keep it inside. It gets too cold here in the winter. Pike have that particular funk to them. They're very slimy. I tried washing my hands off. You gotta rinse and rub and rinse and rub to really get most of it off. They're absolutely wonderful to eat though. Very firm white flesh, especially out of these cold mountain freshwater lakes. These are like the ideal area to harvest them. They're some of the best eaten freshwater fish you will ever taste. All right, well, the little Berkeley Dredger's putting in the work today. We're over here cheesing with our Dredger. Right about now is when I usually say, fuck it, let's just throw down a second Dredger. But we're gonna run some other stuff on our second line today. We're not just gonna Dredger the death out of Pishkin today. Rod, a fish towel does wonders. Justin, you know how many times I've thought that to myself sitting at home or on the boat? And you know how many fish towels end up in the boat? The same amount I started with, not a goddamn one. I really should. I need to get one. I need to figure out where to hang it from. Because yes, that would be a game changer for sure, Justin. I think they're pretty good eating too, despite the K-bones. John, yeah, once you learn how to get rid of the Y-bone, you don't have to deal with eating the bones. A lot of people like to cook the whole fillet and then pick the bones out. There's too many to do that, but it's super simple to fillet out. You just end up with 4 chunks of meat rather than 2. You get basically back straps and your slightly smaller regular fillets. Pike and tulipy whitefish are the slimiest of all species. Taste good, but can stink up a fish house. What the hell is a tulipy? I've never heard of that. And yeah, pike are quite slimy. I've heard muskie and tiger muskie are even slimier though. I've never actually landed either of those though. I've got lots and lots and lots of pike, but never managed. We don't have true muskies here in Montana, and I've never managed to get a tiger muskie in the net. Squaw fish are pretty damn sticky. And ignore the bobbing on this first line. Again, we see we have a little bit of ripple in the water. There's a little bit of wind. That's just our planer board bucking the waves. Again, what you want to be watching is the tattle flag out there, the orange. It will bend down or start hopping when there's a bite on the end of it. The bend you're seeing here is just it literally dragging this board through the water. (71°F). Fish or no fish. That stays in your nose all day. I'm trying to make pike scented candles. Fishy things, I will send you a lifetime supply of pike skin. You can do what you will with it. Then again, I guess you catch quite a few pike down there. You probably don't need my pike skin. What you did miss, anybody who wasn't here this morning, we caught we caught a fish lip. One of our pike that we lost. We got it right to the edge of the boat and it shook off and left us with a nice little chunk of lip. So we've caught our, unfortunately this one didn't have any cartilage in it. The one that the fish lip we got last year is still in the tackle box over here. This one was just a chunk of flesh. So it went back out on the hook. Tulibee is like a herring. That's a freshwater fish? Tulibee? Sounds like Gwyneth. What is the flavor of cooked pike? It's very, very mild tasting. It's got a little bit of a fishy flavor, but again, the key to pike is one, harvesting the right size. There's a few things that you need to keep in mind. Anything bigger than 2 to 3 pounds is an old fish. You don't want to eat it. And that goes for almost any species. I know a lot of y'all go out and catch big old salmon and shit and bring them home and eat them. Those are so unhealthy for you, so bad for you, and don't taste nearly as good as the smaller ones. 2 to 3 pounds, 18, maybe 24 inches, that's kind of your key area. So pick the right size fish. You want a good tasting fish, get a good sized fish. Not too big. Bleed them, and it doesn't matter what the species is. Before you throw it in the cooler, slit their gills, or with the pike, what I take is I put them through one gill, under one gill, cut through the throat, out the other. So you're basically slitting their throat. They bleed out in 5 minutes. I throw them on the stringer next to the boat, bleed them out. It's key. Getting rid of the blood will change the taste of the meat dramatically. It will also clean up the appearance of it. It won't be so grungy looking. It'll be much whiter. Get it on ice immediately. Skin it. You got to get the skin off of it. Don't ever cook pike with skin on. You're leaving on, don't cook fish in general with the skin on if you can help it. Unless you really like the fishy taste and don't mind the heavy metals and toxins. But you want to get the skin off and get rid of the red meat. There's a layer, the blood line, the lateral line, lots of different names for it, but there's a line that runs down the side of the fish once you get the skin off that's darker meat. Those are the fatty tissues. They contain the heavy metals and the raunchy, super powerful fishy taste that most fish has. Do those things and you can take a crap fish and make it taste great. Dave Hensel with the 5 bones. Let's go. Thank you for the super chat there. Fish Whistle Fund. I love it. We will blow the fish whistle there for you. Trash Can Man. 5 bones. I appreciate you. Gas Starlink Fund. All right, we got Gas Starlink and Fish Whistle. We will celebrate that, y'all. Thank you guys. I appreciate your support. Any little bit helps. It all goes towards paying for the Starlink Mini and other operating costs of the channel. But thank you guys. Thanks for coming out and spending your 4th of July weekend here with another Wanna See My Rod marathon live stream. I think we have, what, is that 6 fish now we've caught? I usually only target park during the catfish spawn and occasionally catch them when I'm targeting muskie. Okay. I always thought pike had a slightly metallic. It's just my area though. We are bucking through the waves there. Now they're a really clean, tasting whitefish if you prepare them properly. Thank you again, the Trash Can Man and Dave Hensel. Y'all are awesome. I always bleed out my catfish by cutting a tail off. Okay. I've never tried that. Heavy metals and toxins put hair on your chest. They could. They'll also put hair on the chest of your wife and children. Amongst other things. Bled fish keep in storage much longer too. That's good to know. That would make sense. You're removing a lot of the water content in them. I cut the gills to bleed them. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody cutting off the tail to bleed. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. I would imagine it works if there's an artery back there. Yo, Happy Freddy. What's up, Whiff? Welcome, welcome. Another Montanan here. How you doing, buddy? Tulipy is considered the Cisco whitefish family found here in North. Okay, so whitefish. Rod can't stay, just dropping by. Tink Tink, thanks for stopping through. Always a pleasure to see you. Appreciate the like. Let's go. We just passed 203 likes for the stream. Y'all are awesome. Thank you again for coming and spending your 4th of July weekend with us out here. We're after Northern Pike at Pishkun Reservoir. This is northern Montana. Have we caught 6? We've landed 6. We've lost, I think, 3 or 4. So we've got more catches than losses so far, so we're doing good. We've been in the water about 3 hours now, so 6 catches, 4 lost. I mean, we've had 10 fish in the last 3 hours. Not too bad. Enjoy your channel. Gambler, I'm glad you enjoy the stream. Always happy to hear that. Dave for the W. Yo, happy Friday. Harry wife, happy life. There you go, Vicky. Thanks. You say some weird shit sometimes. We're gonna. There we go. Harry wife, happy life. Pin for fishy things. You do you, buddy. You do you. I finally got whitefish on Lake of the Woods, dorsal snag. Justin, we have them in all sorts of water bodies here in Montana, western and central Montana. I've never caught a whitefish before. I don't know why. It's like the freaking brook trout. Brook trout and whitefish are not my thing, I guess. Gambler says, please hit like and subscribe. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this channel, you're enjoying the stream, don't be shy. Hit that sub button, hit the like button, come back and fish with us. We got a great group of people here. We try to stream at least once a week. Typically, they're a marathon stream, 12 to 15 plus hours. We do sun up to sundown. We target a myriad of different species. Today, we happen to be targeting Northern Pike. We do a lot of Kokanee and trout fishing. We fish for walleye, we fish for catfish, sturgeon. Every once in a while, we'll hit the pond and do a bluegill, you know, like a sunfish, largemouth bass stream. I love to fish. If there's fish and we can drop a line in, we'll try and catch something. But thank you guys for joining us. It's always a pleasure to bring you along. We're out here in central Montana in the middle of nowhere, along the Rocky Mountain front. This is one of my favorite water bodies to fish for Northern Pike in. You catch a lot of them out of here. They tend to be on the smaller side, but there are some absolute monsters lurking in here. And that's what brings me back time and time again, is just the chance to land one of these fat ones that are in here. TTV Fishing said, nice. Fish Own. Godfear, welcome to the stream. Wildflower Beauty by Abby with the cute fishy emojis. What's up, Wildflower? How you doing, Abby? Welcome to the stream. Hit or miss outdoors. Welcome to the stream. Good luck, Rod. Hey, David, I appreciate that. Are you out fishing today, David? Harry life, happy life is wild work, right? It's the most ridiculous thing I've heard all day, so we had to pin it. Redacted. You know how it is. No wife equals happy life, more fishing. Northwest PA, sometimes. Sage is at the World Cup today. Oh, dang, really? Walleye bite is tough here. Just checking in for a minute. Got a lot going on, camping, fishing for stuff. Yeah, a lot of people are out. For those that aren't, that are stuck at home, dying, melting in this freaking heat wave that you guys are having in the East Coast, Sending you a little bit of our cool mountain winds from Montana. Take a seat, enjoy, you know, sit next to the AC, grab a drink, grab a cigar, grab a whatever it is you grab. I don't need to know. Hang out, let's fish, let's catch some fish. We're gonna be here all day, we're gonna be here all night, and we're gonna be here all day tomorrow. Pending battery and weather, of course. We'll see what we can do, but we're camping here for the weekend. Fish hack 67, drill a hole in the fish's head, insert straw, and suck out all the blood. Cleanest meat ever, I'll tell you what. Fishy things, I think you should throw up a tutorial on that. Show us how you do it, buddy. We will definitely learn your ways, but you got to do it first. My old lady can fish every day, she loves it. Yeah, Mia comes out every once in a while. Most people, I don't think, enjoy fishing to the degree that I do, so the marathon streams get a bit much. That's why nobody ever comes fishing with me. They want to go fish for like 4 hours or 6 hours. I'm like, bro, we're just getting started. 6 hours? Shit. We've only caught one limit. Let's keep going. Whoa! Easy there, cowboy. Recon showing us how it's done. Told us to sit down. Sage, greetings from Australia Egypt match. Nice, Sage. You were just telling us you were at the World Cup. How you enjoying the match? Or your trip? Northwest PA, Too Hot David, there he is. Can't believe I have service. Well, I'm glad you were able to pop in, Sage. No parade and reunion today. Okay. James, salmon. Yeah, there are Kokanee salmon in here. We're not really targeting them right now. We're going to stream today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're more going to target the salmon. Today, we're mainly after the Northern Pike. Though you never know. If the pike bite shuts off, we might switch to targeting trout and salmon. Fish last 2 days, tough bite. Oh, dang, sorry to hear that. We've had a really good bite here. The weather, it's not supposed to rain today, but the wind might get sketchy here. We might get banked up for a few. We'll have to see. Can't get anything right. David, that's the problem that I have around here. It's like literally every goddamn refresh of the page, it's a different forecast than what you were just looking at. And every different source is like wildly different. And none of them are right. Since you have a lure working great, try small pike lure. The bigger fish will be on them. They do great. Jordan, so we have the one that's working real well is the Berkeley Dredger. That's a shad, shorter, stubbier. We just threw on maybe, I don't know, almost an hour ago, I guess now. The planer board, and we're running a Berkeley hit stick. It's one of the smaller sizes. It dives 3 to 6 feet. And it's a rainbow trout, like a stick bait style, minnow style. But when you say small pike lure, you mean a little baby pike? I'm catching giant smallmouth on a slow sinking Pro BBZ 1 shad lavender in upstate New York on the Champlain Canal near Nick. Nice, Norman. How big are they? Eric Kitchell, good morning. Good morning, Eric. I thought 14 hours would be the cutoff, but she's a trooper. Nice, John. That's a keeper. Ethan, what are we trolling for today? Ethan, this morning, Northern Pike. We've put 6 in the boat so far, and we've lost, I believe, 3 or 4. We've had a pretty good morning so far. Nothing of real size. We're still looking for a fat one. 40th class reunion today. 86. Nice, David. It's gonna be over 100 here in New Mexico. That's so hot. Stay inside, man. Do you like to dredge? Dredge for gold? That sounds fun as hell. I've never tried it though. I've always said, when I retire, I'm either gonna fish for the rest of my life or go dig up shiny shit. So we might do a combination of both. You ever caught a great white? No, Hi-Fi, I've never caught a shark before. I have a great spot by a dam catching smallmouth. Must have caught 20 in 2 trips and 1 jig went back last time. Submerged log moved and lost 5 jigs. Oh man, I hate it when a snag shows up like that. One of my fishing holes, somebody dropped a goddamn shopping cart off of the bridge. And I have snagged so much shit on there. One of these days I'm gonna go over there with a frickin' rope and a magnet or a frickin', how can I never find my lighter? Y'all ever have this happen? Doesn't matter. I always put it in a different pocket. And then I have like 19 pockets. Yeah, I need to go over there and drag the cart out of there. I hate that shit. Small pike-sized lure in color. Okay, Jordan. I do have a couple of pikes. In fact, I've got one that's, it's like a 3 or a 4, like, articulations in it. I ought to bring that one out. I haven't fished that one here in a long time. 4.5 to 6 pound smallmouth. Dang, those are some fatties, Norm. Oh, Rod, real talk, did you see the emojis Emmy made for you? Can't remember if she emailed them or put them in Discord. Fishy, I was chatting with her the other night, and I was in the middle of cooking, and I didn't end up reading or responding all the shit she sent over, and I've been freaking just ridiculously slammed trying to get prepped for this and getting work taken care of so I could take today off. I need to check them out. I did see that she sent a bunch of shit, but I'm only on that Discord some of the time. I have to switch between that Discord and my work Discord. So most of the time during the week, I'm on my work Discord. I will check them out, Fishy. Tell her I said thank you 100%. Even for trying, I will check them out. That was very awesome of her. And you. Thank you both. It's actually a cool day last year. We were at 116. God, that's just gross hot. What's your day job? Les, I work for a web development firm. I build websites, applications. I do security auditing. I build and manage hosting infrastructure. I've done anywhere from full stack development to pen testing to consulting. I do all sorts of shit. But it's a web development firm based out of California. Carry 19 lighters, Justin. That one in every pocket. They'd all end up in the pocket that you can't find. Check every pocket 2 or 3 every time. You do the same goddamn dance. Is that a RC boat following your big boat? No, so that's it's called a planer board. So this first rod here, good Lord, trolling motor. We're again doing a little bit shallower every pass, trying to get in. But no, it's called a planer board. It clips onto the line, and the drag on it pulls your line away from the boat. It's one method for being able to run 2, 3, 4, 5 lines on one side of the boat is stacking planer boards. So we're running 2, just so you guys can see, I'm running 2 on the same side of the boat. And how I accomplish that is your rod in the back is basically a down rod. It dives straight down. You don't have a whole lot of line out. And then your second rod, you put a planer board on or a dipsy diver that brings it away from the boat. And it just allows you to be able to do turns without tangling. But typically, if I were fishing without the camera on, I would just have 1 rod on each side of the boat. I wouldn't be using the planer board in most cases. Though, getting it away from the boat is one use for it. You can also fix your lure's depth. So if you have something that dives real deep, but you want to run it in shallow, you can clip it on and give it a really short leash and not let it dive down deep. So you can use it to control depth. Say for example, like right now, I don't want to get super close to the shore because the fish are biting at 20 to 25 foot. But if I want to fish in 10 foot of water over there, I could plane my rod all the way out away from the boat and fish in 30 foot water and fish in 10 foot of water. So they're useful. But what you're watching there for is it's called a tattle flag on it. It's an orange flag that's on a spring and a clip. The first clip that goes down to your lure is clipped into that tattle flag. So when you start getting a bite, that tattle flag will either fold over or it'll start bouncing like your pole would. You kind of can't watch, in most cases, your pole tip. because the drag of the planer board, it creating drag, pulling away from the boat, makes your rod tip bounce. So you're more watching for your tattle flag or listening for your drag to start spooling out. Harvest lures off that cart. It's a planer board. The conditions are good. The big fish will feed at some point. You've been working hard for big fish. It's been hard going for you. Fish on, fish on! Oh, is he still? He's still there. Sorry, trying to read chat there. I'm gonna have to skip chat and get caught up. Anytime I catch a fish, I gotta scroll so I can see what everybody's saying in case there's a problem with audio or video. We're about 75 foot out. That was over 24 foot of water, doing 2.1 miles an hour. Feels about the same size of what we've been catching. Not a real monster, but probably another great eater size. I am gonna dial back our trolling speed to probably 1.5 miles an hour. Just creates less drag, keeps our other rod moving so we're not catching bottom, but it makes it much easier to reel in your fish when you're not going super fast. We're about 30 foot out still. This is on our Berkeley Dredger again. Damn fish keeps switching sides of the boat it wants to come in on. Oh, stay on there. Another pretty pike. See if we can, no. Oh. God, netting left-handed is hard. All right, pike number 7 in the boat, y'all. Oh, come on. All right, we are good. Let's go. Another fish in the boat. Oh, this one hung himself on the side of the net. Oh, dang it. There we go. Very pretty fish. Take your guesses on size. Pretty close to what we've been catching. Let's throw her on the boat board real quick. I'm gonna say this one's probably 20. And again, I would be wrong. One more quick look. Place your guesses on length. We do have a little bit of blood. I think this one should be all right. There she goes. Yeah, absolutely. Oh. Good fish, good fish. Yeah, they do bleed a little bit sometimes. As long as it's not gushing and they swim away, they will be fine. Do you plan on running the water wolf at all today? In this depth, it's really too shallow. If we move out in a little bit deeper water, I will be. I don't like running the water wolf unless we're in closer to like 30 foot of water. It weighs almost 2 ounces, and most lures have some kind of dive to them. Very good catch, that bot. Maybe another dredger, shiny black silver or blue silver. Justin, I have a whole box full of dredgers. We might at some point. Always wanted to catch a pike. Evan, they're so fun. Fish on, jealous. All right. 19 and a half, 23, 19, 21 and a half, 23, 22. Greg has it, Bourne has it, 22. It was 22 inches, just slightly bigger than 22. That's what most of what we've been catching today. 18, 21, nice fish, 27 all day long. No, 22, 23, 21 and a half, Dave Hensel, that's funny. Very juvenile coloring. Yeah, a lot of them, the majority of them that you catch in here are still juveniles. And crazily, they grow fast in here because I don't know how long they carry, how long they're typically carried, the juvenile colors, but I've seen it on them all the way up to like 26, 28 inches in here. Once they get closer to 30 inches, almost all of them are gonna have the adult coloring. But a lot of it takes a long time for them to get the full adult colors here. What size Berkeley Dredger? It's the 14.5 foot diver. I'll show you guys here in a sec. We're just dipping it in the Potski gel. So what I do here, and everybody's got kind of their own way of doing this, but what I found works real well for most crankbaits is I just take it and I'm just trying to get a small amount of it on the underside of the bill. Nothing too crazy. I used to dip the hook. Sometimes I dip the butt, but this is the cleanest and easiest that I've found. And it's the Potski's Fire Gel in crawfish flavor, color. But it's the 14.5 foot Dredger. They're about, I don't know, 4 inches maybe. Little shad, they're short and fat. Early season, pike for me, tend to bite better on the short, fat, stubby. As the year progresses and we get into late summer, fall, the stick patterns seem to work better for me. But that's it. And we're running her out 75 foot behind the boat. And again, all of our catches today have been in approximately 20 to 25 foot bottom. And speeds ranging from like 2 to 2.4 miles an hour. So a little on the slow side of what I typically catch them at, but it's working, so we're not gonna change it. All right, I'm gonna speed us up just a touch here. The wind is picking up, definitely, it feels like. All right, so we're bumping it back up to 2.2 miles an hour. Over 30 pound is big for Coeur d'Alene. God, I wish I could catch a 30 pounder. We'll have to get a few different colors. Evan, yeah, the two that I would recommend is yellow perch, and there's another one called Stunna shad. It's like a pearl white with a black eye, and it's got, I think, brown on its back. They both work excellent. Trying to get caught up on chat here, guys. Dredger work for saugeye and striped bass. I have caught walleye as well as sauger off of them, so I'd imagine they would work with saugeye. Coloring could be linked to the forage base. It's not that they're juvenile. Possibly a typical forage could be replaced by another food source. Douglas, that's interesting, but I don't know. You'll see if you hang out for throughout the day. You'll see that the bigger ones tend to have the more recognizable marbles, and almost all of the smaller, the juvenile ones, are going to still have bands. They resemble a lot of times a muskie or a tiger muskie pattern. As they get bigger, those lines start to break up into more distinct jelly bean pattern that you would typically associate with a northern pike. Oh boy, you gotta catch another one. I accidentally added an 8th. Oh, is that on? Ah, damn it, I'd have to log in. So, okay, so you can actually remove, so fishy things. Rod bot, where you've accidentally added the 8th, is smarter about recognizing typos. Nightbot isn't. Nightbot, if it doesn't match, it'll say, "Did you mean?" Rodbot knows what you mean and it'll add it. So if you want to remove one and remove it from Rodbot but not Nightbot, misspell it. Do like a .rc to remove catch space Northern Pike without the E at the end. Nightbot will choke on that and say, "Did you mean Northern Pike?" Rodbot will be like, "All right," and it'll remove the Northern Pike and it'll bring those back into alignment. I eat drywall. No, you may not have mud. Jordy, what's considered a big Northern Pike in this lake? Biggest I've caught out of here, Jordy, is 15 pounds and about 38 inches. I've had much bigger on the end of my line, just not managed to get them into my net. I would imagine this lake probably tops out somewhere in the low to mid 20s, though you never know. A water body like this that contains pike and contains this many pike, there could be an absolute colossal. Over 30 inches is fairly uncommon in here, but I do catch multiple a year. Last year, I think the biggest that we caught out of here was, we had a 12 pounder and an almost 15 pounder. Handful of 10s and 8s. And all of those are, 32 inch plus. $46 pounder, that is massive. No, Lake Erie Lee, the count is off. Rodbot and Nightbot don't agree. You need to add one back so Nightbot is at 7. And then you need to remove one from Rodbot by removing with a misspelling. So like .rc Northern Pike instead of Pike. And the number should line back up. Montana bass fishing. Yeah, we've landed 7 so far. We just caught one a few minutes ago. Yeah, fishy things. It's because Rodbot has much better, it's smarter, basically. And it understands when somebody's mistyped something, it makes an educated guess as to what they mean and does that action. Nightbot doesn't. Nightbot, there's not enough room to program it to behave that way. There you go, perfect. See, Rodbot is smarter than Nightbot. Kojak with 5 gifted memberships to the Rod Squad. Let's go. Thank you for the support there, Kojak2477. Any and all donations to the chat, however small or large, they all just go to help pay for the Starlink Mini, the Verizon service for the cell phone that we stream from. It all just goes back into operating costs. So I appreciate y'all supporting it. It's what allows us to bring you to these remote Montana water bodies that are in the middle of nowhere. But I hope you're enjoying the stream, Kojak. Thank you for your support. It is appreciated. Have you created Rodbot? Yeah, Kayak, I built Rodbot. I'm in the process of building it. MHG Fishing, Lucky Logger, Niha Official 97. Congratulations. You have received 1 free month in the Rod Squad thanks to it's lined up. We're good. Yeah, the only thing is Rodbot usually, we're on limited number of Google quota credits for the YouTube data API. It runs out of credits. It runs out of its quota every stream after about 4 or 5 hours, depending on how much people use it. We're working on right now getting it approved for a quota increase. It doesn't cost anything, but YouTube very strictly control how people interact with the YouTube data API, if to any, you know, scale. So because we need to query it a lot to read chat and to respond and all that, it requires way more than what they allow for a single day. So we're working on it. Made you mentioned earlier commands on Nightbot. Yeah, so that's why I built RodBot. Nightbot is cool. I will not talk shit about Nightbot. Nightbot is a very advanced chatbot that can do a whole lot of things. It just requires for the end user to basically know how to program, and not just know how to program, but program within the confines of the sandbox that they give you to work in. So you can create custom commands, but you're very limited sometimes unless you're super creative on getting it to be able to do more advanced things, like error checking and being able to, so there's that, and then there's other bots like Stream Element Bot and a handful of others. They all do kind of like one cool thing, so you end up having to have 5 or 7 different bots in your channel to get it to do all the things you want it to do. And I hate that. I don't like giving my access to my account to one company, let alone 10 companies or 10 developers. So I built my own. It does all of the shit that I like from Nightbot, all of the stuff that it does, that Stream Elements does. So I've taken bits and pieces from all of these different bots and put them into one, as well as added, you know, the custom catch logic, the location, the targets. Toss another dredger on. Yeah, it might be about that time, Justin. Will your RodBot be released at some point? Yeah, until I can't really give anyone else access to it until I get the quota increased. But there is an open beta for it that when I get the quota increase, I will start incrementally adding people to be able to use it on their channels. You can go to rodbot.vox.io, rodbot.vox.io. And you input your email and the email associated with your YouTube account and your handle, so at wanna see my rod, and submit it. It goes to me and it sits in. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what just happened. That was really weird. I was in the process of explaining how to sign up for the RodBot closed beta, and my phone just went whoop and went to the home screen. I swiped and YouTube was still there, but it was in the background. I didn't touch it. I'm like 2 feet away from the phone. So I have no idea what just happened. Can somebody give me a thumbs up? Can you hear me, see me? Well, that's your battery setup for the trolling motor. So we are, I can give you guys, let me light my smoke here and we'll give you guys a little look-see. God damn it. This wind has picked up and it's driving me nuts. All right. First time I saw someone fishing with one of those cowbell rigs on Lake Erie, they were targeting lake trout deep with a spoon on it. Yeah, I've seen, good Lord, trolling motor, where are we going? Oh, what the fuck? All right, well that was new. It literally just turned us in a circle. This is about to be a mess. Oh, all right. I don't know what just happened there. Hopefully we didn't just tangle everything up. Give me a sec, guys. Our trolling motor just flipped us in a a very aggressive circle there. That's the first time it's done that. All right, first lure recovered. No pole. And we are not leashed in. That could have been bad. I was holding on to the line at least. All right. Give me a sec, guys. Gotta clean up our shit show here. You know what? It's too windy for these fucking planer boards. Let's just throw another dredger out for a little bit. All right. What the hell? Oh. All right, well, that was fun. Baby pike, soft. All right, sorry about that, guys. Well, little snafu there. We're back. We got first rod going back in the water. Brian Paulson, welcome to the stream. Fluoro leader, 40-pound minimum. Rods, pike techniques are not for beginners. Wish I could use live bait. Put a live fish on a hook with a big bobber. It's easy button way to catch pike. Absolutely, that's a very good way to catch pike. Haven't seen you in a while. What's up, Lucario? Cardboard, throw something shiny in a body of water with a pike. Pretty much. I caught a pike off a bread ball. You can catch pike off of anything. Find where pike are and throw something shiny in front of them. Perfect advice. Action packed. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I've seen videos of people fishing for lake trout with pike trolls that are like, the bells on them are, you know, like 6 inches, just redonkulous size. I just troll them real slow and real deep. Trying to get my friend on his first pike. Can you give me tips? Yeah, cardboard, find somewhere where there's pike and you can throw almost anything at them and they'll bite. Small, find something, a Bandit 100 in pearl white with red eye. Go pick one of those up. They're about $5, $6. Throw it until you catch one. You will catch one. That's one of my favorite crankbaits for bank fishing for pike. Works great for bass, works great for walleye. I'm subscribed. I caught a pike on Cornwoods, did you? Yeah, I don't know if I haven't got one on corn yet, I don't think. But I've caught many on crawlers, many on leeches. Almost any lure I have in my tackle box I've probably caught or been bit by a pike at some point in time. C. Fallen said hi, welcome to the stream. I was Tucker Miller, okay. C. Fallen with a thumbs up, thank you, C. Fallen. I only catch pike when I'm not targeting them. Try a big Castmaster. I will cover a few of the species. That's a good point, Jordan. We could, I've never run a Castmaster here. I could tell you 100% I never have. Where are my bigger Castmasters? I got a gold Castmaster, silver and blue, or a green and white with silver back. I think we try the silver and blue. There's about 10 foot of visibility. It's green. There's always a green haze and algal bloom in here. But there's still about 10 foot of visibility. It's not super bad. All of my underwater camera videos with pike are from here. So if you've seen any of the underwater camera with pike, it's that green haze. Another dredger, says Justin. Gold, gold, gold. Another dredger. Chaosco catches 20 pike a day. Just tossing a spinner bait. I do have spinners. I've run them a handful of times here and not had the greatest luck. So weird how different water bodies the fish will produce on one thing but not another. But you go to, I don't know. We could try a spinnerbait at some point. I haven't run a Castmaster. It would be good. There's a lot of perch. There's a lot of trout. The kokanee. All of them would bite at these. We'll throw another dredger down in a little bit, but I think let's go with the. Caught a lot of trout on the silver and blue. All of them have been on the dredger. Yeah, we've run 2 different lures that haven't been touched. The dredger's the only thing that's been touched. I've never caught a pike on a spinner. So, yeah, I've caught casting them. I've caught them, but never trolling with one. Oh, this wake is gnarly. Let's go with the gold. Let's get her out there. Try something. Oh, goddamn wind. Hold on, let me get my trolling motor turned on. This wind is gonna kick our butt today. All right, trolling motor's back on. We got our Uber driver back. Thank you all for joining us out here today. We're just recovering from a little bit of a snafu. We got spun around in the wind. Had to pull in our lines and go back out. It can be difficult. We're in a 16-foot flat bottom John boat. It's a river boat. It's not really meant for the kind of fishing that we use it for fishing. Not really meant for trolling in lakes, but that is what we are doing here today. We just switched. We're gonna try a Castmaster. I've never actually run one here. So let's see. And in this one, instead of wiping, we're still gonna use the Potskis gel, but instead of wiping it on the body itself, which you want to remain shiny and reflective, we're just gonna dip our hook in it, give her a little goosey there, and we're also, I'm gonna run this out. Let's get this one out a little deeper in the water column. What are we doing? No, we'll just run, let's run it 90 foot. Let's see, let's start there. All right, unfortunately though, because it's so windy and it's already chaotic right now, we're gonna ditch the planer board, which means that rods are going back. You're gonna have the one that's been catching everything still in view, and we'll run our experiment rod on the other side. But you will definitely know when something hits. I fall all over myself trying to get to it usually, so. That one is not on lead core, so it's just the spoon itself. It's probably barely, I don't know, I think it was a ½ ounce one. So we're probably 2-3 foot. What I probably should do is pull it back into like 45 or 60 foot and drop a ounce or two clip weight on it. We're only in 22 foot of water though. .42-inch pike on a 14-inch whopper plopper. Hell yeah. Dude, getting a pike bite on a whopper plopper is like nothing else. I love surface bites like that. Medusa, pirate accent, using surfer words, you know, in the water a lot. Just going in circles. It happens. Our trolling motor failed us. It went, we're going that way. And took us on a ride. You know, sometimes Uber drivers do crazy shit. Y'all ever been in an Uber or a Lyft that you just wanted to get out of? I have. Swamp, we're at Pishkun Reservoir in north central Montana. Right behind me here, these Rocky Mountains. We're in the foothills of the Rocky Mountain front, Continental Divide. MJ Johnston, we've caught 7 Northern Pike so far, and I think we've lost 3 or 4. We did just throw on a Castmaster spoon, which might pull a rainbow trout, a Kokanee salmon, a pike, a perch. All right, let me get the leash on both of these rods here. We don't need to buck any more rod into the lake. Looks like it's gonna be a nice day out. Beautiful weather, nice weather-wise. A little bit windy though. I think again, we're starting to get the crosswind here. It's blowing from the west across the length of the water body. We're on the wrong side of the water body right now. It's blowing from the west, we should be fishing on the west. especially with high winds like this, or higher. You don't get as much of the chop when you're closer to the direction that the wind is blowing from. Open fish, yo, anything yet? Yeah, we've landed 7 Northern Pike so far and lost like 3 or 4. Phone glitch, the trolling motor happened at the same time. Did it, JB? Interesting. They're on, oh, I was gonna show you guys, but somebody asked about my battery setup. Sorry guys, we got distracted with something. I think I caught a fish and then I never got back to it. But yeah, the trolling motor, it's on a dedicated battery. It's a Vader or a Vatrier. I've heard it pronounced both ways. 24 volt, 200 amp hour lithium battery. It's got a built-in heater on it, so if it goes too cold, it will warm itself back up. Pretty much a necessity in the Pacific Northwest, where you have temperatures in the winter that get well below freezing. 7 pike, what are you using? Perch, Berkeley Dredger. Yeah, yellow perch. I believe it's the 3D yellow perch pattern. In these past couple of years, it's been my most productive, one of my most productive lures out here. I use it in the 14.5-inch diver, and then I also have the 25.5-foot diver. Later in the season, the deeper one tends to be what I fish with. A lot of the pike in this water body will move quite deep in the hotter summer months. NFO with 100, let's go. Thank you, Northern Fishing and Outdoors. How you doing? 240 thumbs up, let's go. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for tuning in today. Another marathon stream session here with Wanna See My Rod in the beautiful north central Montana. We're back again at Pishkun Reservoir. This is one of my favorite places. You guys see me stream from here a lot throughout the year because I love fishing here. It's one of my most productive water bodies for pike fishing in central Montana. They tend to be on the smaller size, but there are some beasts in here, so you just have to keep at it. You gotta weed through the little ones to get to the big ones sometimes. But we've had a great morning out here so far. 7 catches, 3 or 4 I think we've lost so far. The morning is still young, it's only 9:45. We're gonna be marathon streaming today. We are camping out here again tonight, and we will hopefully, if weather permits and I have enough battery, we will be streaming for another marathon tomorrow. That's what she said. Fishy YouTube gave me 4,000 gems. 4 grand, why? I'm working on replacing the lead trolling batteries in my boat today. One LiFo 24 volt, much lighter setup. Yeah, I struggled for a long time trying to figure out where I was gonna put a damn battery in this boat.